All Cap, episode 6. I got some legendary Miami motherfuckers here. You guys want to introduce yourselves? Go ahead. We got.
What's up, man? My name's Mike White. Miami. Lived there my entire life. So I'm excited to be on this pod, man. Let's get rolling, boys. Let's get rolling.
My name's Anthony Machado, jeweler, Lego enthusiast, and Ellie Klein live streamer.
The meme lord.
The Ellie Klein live streamer. Lego enthusiast. What do you mean by that?
Oh, you don't know?
Tell me, dude. I don't know.
Fuck, here we go.
So if you walk into my room, you're gonna think it's like a serial killer room. I know because I've been told. It's the definition of pussy repellent. So pretty much, you walk in. I'll give you like a virtual tour. To the right is my shelf of manga, which if you don't know, it's like Japanese
That's like
literature.
anime.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. All the Funkos. Over there in the corner is a big shelf from like floor to roof, Legos, and then same thing on the other side of the room, Legos, and right.
Any
there-
like specific type of Lego, or like just all
strictly
of them?
Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
Strictly.
Okay.
And then
Millennium Falcon, all those shit.
and then in the middle, Squishmallows.
Those are the pillows, right?
Yeah, well, plushies, you know. You can but that's pretty much, yeah.
How'd you get into that? You've always just been into it as a kid?
When I was a kid, yeah, and then obviously I was somewhat grew up a bit, so that phase wasn't there anymore. And then
Yeah.
like one day, funny story, I for Christmas, my ex-girlfriend from college, I don't know, I kind of like it was like the 20th anniversary of like Lego Star Wars, and I saw this, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So she surprised it for me for Christmas, and I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, I don't know, I haven't had a Lego set in years. And that's what started my addiction.
Again, you
Yeah,
brought it back.
that was Christmas time, and then boom, New Year's before I went up to Tallahassee. Went to a Lego store, dropped bands. I was like, bro,
No
I'm getting-
fucking way.
yeah, just got a bunch, kept them there, and then when I came back for like summer or whatever, that was the year COVID happened.
Yeah.
I was just building. I didn't have anything to do, so I was just building Lego sets, and then the collection just grew, and now it's kind of like, I guess, a little.
Realistic question, like if you had to put a number on how much, like if you got all your Legos and they had to be sold, like what do you think that price would be? What's your net worth in Legos? Is my question.
A few thousand at least. Like I have one set, the UCS Millennium Falcon, $800 right there.
Holy fuck.
Shit.
Death Star 500. Like I would say probably over $5,000.
Holy shit.
And I have stuff that's like sealed where like I'm not gonna. It's like an investment.
Yeah, like collectibles.
And you can like laugh because like when I tell people that, they're like, you're an idiot, which I'm like, yeah, you're partially true. But regarding this, it's like there is a market for it. Like if you just wrap it up, keep it there, whatever, and then years pass, you can maybe 2x your money.
Yeah, I mean look at like Pokemon cards. There's
Oh,
like
100%.
people buying that shit now that we used to have that shit when we were
You
little.
go on eBay right
I used to
now.
have folders of Pokemon cards.
Beanie Babies, Pokemon
Yeah.
cards, like you name it. So like,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, all that.
so
All that.
I just have like a fixation with like trinkets, which I don't know if that's like a set of like early set autism, so I don't really know. I've been asked for, that was like someone asked me that in college, like, 'cause people
Oh
used to-
my God.
I hate joking about it, because I'm like, but people would ask me something like, hey, are you really? I'm like, no, dude, like, but,
Fuck you.
which I'm like, whatever, but yeah, just, well, Legos, trinkets, this and that, so any girl watching this is probably like, wow, this guy's a virgin. So to that I say, yes, I agree. So, yeah.
So wait, you started it when you were a kid. You took a fat break, and then your ex-girlfriend brought you one for Christmas before COVID.
Yeah, and then like I got it, built it, I'm like, okay, this is like crack. Like,
And
I
you're
just-
still on this rampage.
Oh, I just spent. Okay, so I just, you know, like the little figures, the minifigs.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
For
so
the Legos, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
So now my little hobby is, besides buying the sets, is I don't know. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I know a little bit about it.
Okay, so you get pussy. It's okay. So I'm a Star Wars fan, so they have these clone troopers. Obviously, it's different colors, this and
Got
that.
it.
So now my little hobby is buying the different colors of them and making a little army. So like last month I dropped like $100-something, and if you look at it, it's like a little bag of like a couple of them, and so my mom's like, what are you doing? Like, that's what happens when you give me adult money. Like I just buy shit like that, you know. But it's what makes me happy, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the adult side of you said you do jewelry.
Yeah. So my parents, you know, own a jewelry business. This is
Nice.
actually the 30th year that we've been doing this. So I like to do. Obviously, I work hard, do my business side, and then obviously I like to have fun, let loose, and just do my little side hobbies. But I tell myself I'm rewarding myself in a sense like, hey, I could get this stuff and splurge on this because I work hard.
Of course,
But-
of course.
But it's a cool industry to be in, you know. You meet professional athletes, people like that. So like, actually this past Tuesday, I just went to Mayweather's house, Floyd Mayweather.
At his crib? Holy shit.
I don't know, like what I'm allowed to say or what I'm not. But
No, don't say it.
No, it's good. But yeah, call my dad. They've been doing business for like 15 years. Like, hey, blah blah blah, AJ. Like, I want to get some stuff. Can you come see me? So we pull up to his house in South Beach, and bro, we walk in. Sometimes I've met him a few times, so it's just him, whatever, and some of his associates. But we pull up. It's like a full-on party, and I'm like, okay.
No,
But
wait.
when I tell you like baddies left and right, everyone, I'm just like, all right, stay focused, bro. We're here on a business trip, you know? And it's just cool, bro, because that's like a regular Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then later that night, one of my friends from high school that I graduated with, he actually plays in MLB. MJ Melendez, I don't know.
Mhm.
They're in town playing the Marlins. So he's like, hey yo, like blah blah blah. You want to come to the hotel, bring some stuff. So we organized that too. So it's just cool. It was like a random Tuesday night. You're here meeting multi-million-dollar athletes, and then you know,
Sick.
it's cool. You know,
Yeah. What would you say is like the biggest name you've met?
Drake.
I was about to say.
Drake was
I was waiting for that.
That's fucking
I was
hype.
waiting for that story to
Drake
come
was
out.
actually like it's gonna be a year ago, like within the next week or two. That was probably the craziest story. I feel like I've been hogging up all the attention, but I'll just tell you this last story. But pretty much regular day at work, you know, long day. I was over. I was just ready to go home. Just you know, it was like a Thursday.
Yeah.
And then my dad gets a call from this guy, and it's like one of our bigger clients' friend. Like he's an NFL, so it's one of his friends who's a promoter here in Miami. He's like, hey AJ, look, Drake is in town and he needs jewelry. You're the first person I thought of. You know, his manager, associate, whatever, reached out to me. So, you know, can you make it happen? And I'm like overhearing this on speaker. We're about to pack up. I'm like, did you say Drake? Like Drake or Drake Bell from Drake? I'm like, which? I'm like, and I'm overhearing. He's like, and my dad's like, I don't know, kind of mean so. I was like, I don't know, it's late, this and that. I'm like, but it's 6 o'clock. Like, let's get it going, dude. I don't. So long story short, we pack a bunch of stuff up, this and that, and then my dad's talking to me. We're eating and we're on the way there, and then my dad's like, are you nervous? I'm like, no, not really, because like, what are the odds you're gonna see him? You're probably gonna see maybe his I think we're meeting his stylist. I'm like, we're probably gonna see his stylist. He's out doing shit, promoting for his new album, the Honestly Nevermind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, we're probably not gonna see him. So I wasn't nervous. Pull up to the hotel. He's staying at the Faina, chilling in the lobby. Security gets us, and we're like, all right, we're walking. Meet the stylist. We're in the room. We meet the stylist. Blah blah blah. Whatever. The manager. Cool. Right this way. I walk through the kitchen, and there he is, just chilling there. I'm just like, you know when you're just like walked in. You're shaking my hand. He's like Aubrey. I'm like, Anthony. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, I know you. So whatever. I'm like, all right, he's gonna be chilling in the kitchen. No worries. Like, so imagine go to the living room. I'm setting up, putting the stuff up. I look back. I'm like, you know when you feel like someone's watching you?
Yeah.
I look back. He's just imagine like from where I am to you. He's just there chilling. I'm like, bro. He's like watching. I didn't. So all in all, the whole thing probably was like 45 minutes. But he was probably like one of the coolest guys ever. Super genuine. Talked about he's building a house in Turks and Caicos, asked about the store, blah, blah, blah. It was super cool, dude. And honestly, at first I was like, you know, even if I don't even sell him anything, just the fact that I met Drake, not even like
It's the experience.
yeah, not even like if it was like a meet and greet, it's like, hey, look, this is a possible client, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it was just cool. He ended up getting something, which I can't disclose, like, but
It's fine.
it was awesome. And then the funniest part was, whatever, made the sale, this and that, we're about to leave. And obviously, if I weren't to get a picture, like none of my friends would believe me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, like where were you? You missed Wing Wednesday at Flanagan's. I was meeting Drake. It's like, all right, asshole. Yeah, and I was meeting like the president. No.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I want a picture, but I'm obviously not gonna verbalize that. So my dad kind of gives me a look. I'm like, he's like, hey Drake, is it cool if I get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, cool. So I'm like, all right, I take a picture of him and my dad. I'm like, all right, blah blah blah. I guess my dad sees my face, and the picture was super serious. They're both mean mugging, no one's smiling, cool. I guess my dad sees my face, and he's like, hey, he pulls like, you take a picture of my son. He's like, yeah, of course. I go to take a picture with him. And my dad is about to get in it. He's like, oh, you don't want me in it? I'm like, fuck no. And bro, I'll show you the picture, I kid you not. He starts cheesing.
I'll throw it up on the
laughing.
screen. I'll throw it up on the screen.
And bro, it's just funny because you see my dad serious and then him. So cool experience, bro. And like I said, even if he never buys from us again, it's just honestly like
It's an experience that not many people get. It
gave me a free shirt, clapped him up, and like it was just cool. His whole vibe, like
Yeah.
every one of the mirrors in his in the hotel, he drew on them like lyrics, motivational quotes. So like little stuff like that. He was a big vibe guy, and I think I mean, not to sound like cliche, but like yeah, I think the vibes were there. You know? So, yeah. So.
Dude, with Drake, I had a boy that I was. I mean, I'm so close to him. We were really close in high school. He went to a Drake concert back like in 2019 or something, and So they picked his stage looked like a full court basketball, it was a basketball gym, but like it looked like they had like the lights set up on the floor. It looked super dope, and they ended up grabbing someone random from the crowd, which just so happened to be my boy. And what they did was it was like you had to shoot a layup, a free throw, a three, and then a half court shot for 25,000. So like the layup was like for 100, the free throw was like for 500, the 3-pointer was for 1,000, and then the full court was for 25. He ran through the first couple of shots and got to the half court line and took one shot and fucking sank it for 25 G's. Bro, Drake jumped on this motherfucker. Immediately they go to the back. He was chilling with him, bro. Apparently like mad babes back there sitting down. He goes to like a little ATM machine, pulls 25K in fucking money, gives it to him, bro. Walks him out of the stadium, private security. They have to take him home like on like with Drake's private drivers.
Got to.
Cause like obviously like whatever like people follow you.
Bands on you.
25K. But he was saying, bro, he said the same shit like hanging out with him, like he seemed like a super genuine guy, like super vibey, like nothing fucking crazy. Like as cool as he's like seems to us, like as like fans, he's just as cool in person from what I've heard.
Yeah, he's like larger than life, and like that guy could be an asshole, he can be arrogant, but like you said, like he's just a cool dude. Cause I've met, I'm not gonna name drop, but I've met like famous people, and they're like, all right, bro, this guy's a dick. You know, like this guy, whatever, and like. I guess rightfully so, like whatever, you're a multimillionaire to a degree, but it's like, bro, me and you're the same. We're both people. Just a lot more talented in whatever field you're in than I am, except Lego building, definitely not. But,
Definitely not. No one touches you.
But yeah, no, it's a cool experience, man.
You got some weird shit to you too, or are you a big Lego guy?
Nah. So what happened, actually kind of crazy is like, I got into like anime type shit back in the days, whatever, and funny thing about Machado was, he never used to watch it. I think one time when it was like Attack on Titan came out, next thing you know, this kid has a poster this big, every single fucking manga chapter. He pulls up I'm like, bro, Machado, you're OD here right now. Nah, it's like, I never really, when I grew up, bro, I really grew up with like a lot of shit. Like I grew up with like WWE type shit.
That was fire.
Like,
I watched the shit out of that when I was
that used to be my shit when I was young type shit. But then like as soon as I got older, I got more into like sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been like a football freak, basketball freak. Like
Same.
you can ask me about any player. I know what college they went to type shit. Like I know what team they played for, or how many years type shit. Like I got used to like sports wise. I'm not like Mr. Drake over here, but
No, I'm a big sports head too. Dude, when I was little, bro, WWE, you couldn't tell me that shit wasn't real. I thought that shit was hands down like the UFC. Like you couldn't tell me that wasn't real.
I missed out on that. Like unfortunately, like
sick era, bro.
Yeah.
Sick era. Jeff Hardy, fucking.
I'm gonna be real with you. Machado's kind of one of the unique kids. I don't want to talk about him like this, but bro, this kid does not watch. He never watch. He asked about any movies back in the days. He never watched. TV shows, he never watched. Bro, any type of like WWE, wrestling, nothing. I sometimes we question like, bro, when we started talking about shit, like, I'm like, yo, do you know what we talking about? He goes, nah, bro. I was like, bro, have you seen Aladdin? Like, nah, bro, I've never watched that. Bro, I'm like, bro,
no
what?
Fast and the Furious, no Rocky, no Forrest Gump. Like, there's like, I can name like, no Godfather, no James Bond. I can name like 20 movies off the top of my head.
No fucking way. Well, you were building Legos.
Yeah, well, the Minions movie is probably the best movie out there. If you haven't seen it, Minions movie, Rise of Gru's, any of them, fire.
Those are good fucking movies too. Yeah. Those are good movies.
No, but like what I was gonna say was like, so when I would grow up, like, bro, WWE was the shit. Like,
of course.
Like, bro, you cannot tell me like Pokemon was the shit growing up, Yu-Gi-Oh. But I think like once I got to like middle school was like where everything like changed. Like,
well, yeah, because we started paying attention to girls.
Yeah, bro. People dead ass would call you, bro. I'm dead ass. I remember because I used to go to public school, and I used to get fucking clowned on. I wasn't doing a little Naruto run like the bullshit, but I used to do all that. I used to watch anime and all that bullshit. But then as I got older, bro, people were like, you're a fucking loser. Like, I'm like, you'll walk up, bro. You'll walk up, like, you'll have, like, I remember back when I used to have the PSP.
Yeah.
And back then, I used to watch, like, type of, like, video type shit. I remember this one kid was like, yo, what the fuck you watching, like, cartoons for? Aren't you fucking 7th grade, like, still watching cartoons? I'm like, bro, God.
Yeah, yo, 7th grade, I was still watching cartoons, bro.
No, bro, but
middle that guy's a loser right now.
No.
That guy's a loser.
Not gonna lie to you, the middle school I went to was actually kind of like, those kids were, like, grown adults.
I guess, yeah.
Like, they were drinking, having, bro, Coleridge Middle.
Oh, shit.
If anyone knows about Coleridge Middle, you know what I'm talking about. That school was like grown men and grown women in that school, and it was like, it was kind of crazy because my transition to high school in Westminster was completely different.
Yeah.
Like when I heard the word about hookup was like fucking. Got to Westminster freshman year, hookup was like kissing.
Yeah.
That kind of threw me off.
Dude, I remember my up until 8th grade, I was in private school. I did 1 year, my 8th grade year in public school, and like until that point, yo, like all of my friends were virgins. Like we were all virgins. No girls were fucking. Bro, I got to public school and bitches had body counts. Like people were getting their dick sucked in math class. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on in these schools, bro?
People be like, "What's your body count?" I'm like, I've never killed it.
How many teardrops you got, bro?
I'm like, oh, that. I'm like, you're allowed to do that now? You're allowed to- Yeah, I was because I went to the same school my whole life, Westminster, from pre-K 3 to 12. So I was I was kind of like a little bubble in a sense. So like, I had a couple friends obviously in that same situation. Like, it's more advanced in a sense, like you said. So like, it wasn't until I kind of got to college where I was like, wow,
Life.
Yeah. And also for like, I'm just thinking like whoever's watching this needs to skip the first 15 minutes of it because they're gonna be like, wow, these guys are losers.
Yeah, I know.
Like anime,
Legos.
But it's the truth. Like I
WWE.
bro, I love that shit. Like I hate when people
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, I hate
It
when
reminds
people
me of
are
my
afraid. I hate when people are afraid to talk about like shit like that. I'm like, bro, what you scared about someone watching you watch anime? Bro, watch your shit. Like
Right.
do what you want to do.
You know, fuck you are.
Like if someone pulls up to me like, yo, you watch anime, like, cool, bro.
That's the one thing I would say that changed about me. So when I first got to college, I always kind of had these like,
What college you go to? So just in case we don't.
I went to FSU, kind of just went under the radar, studied a lot, didn't really go out much. So essentially, I always kind of had these like outlandish Snapchat stories in a sense. So when I got to college,
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Like just kind of like I was doing the most, like posting random stuff, like clowning people, whatever, just out of pocket shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I would meet people and add them on Snap, blah, blah, blah. And I remember like any of the new people I would add, especially girls, I would just always block them from viewing my story because I was always like kind of scared. I'm like, all right, bro, these guys are going to judge me. They're going to think I'm weird, which I am. But at a certain point, one day, I don't know if it was after pledging or halfway through my college, I was like, or halfway through my freshman year, I was like, bro, like, if you're going to be my friend or fuck with me, like, you're going to embrace me for who I am. So I just kind of would just let it ride, and somehow, some way, people just kind of adopted it and just like, hey, we're going to accept you for who you are. And then now it's like, fuck, people only add me and want to be my friend for my Snapchat. All this other bullshit I post on social media. So I'm like, yeah, it's funny. So it's just funny because a lot of times you go to college and you see people that are like, they try to be something that they're not. And I always see that, especially like,
but you can see that, like, if you're being someone you aren't.
yeah,
immediately.
and like especially when I was like a junior, senior, and you're seeing these younger guys come in and turn into something they're not. I just would always sound like, hey, listen, bro, like, you do you, but just be true to who you are, and like don't let no one's else opinion on you should infringe on like what you want to do that makes you happy in a sense. So that's why, like, I'm 24 years old and we're just all the stuff we were just talking about, like it is maybe immature, weird, but I'm like, bro,
It's
you though.
Yeah, it's me.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Unfiltered, just it's me.
Fuck yeah.
No, but like what he was just saying about the young kids now coming up into like college, I remember back in high school type shit. Bro, the things we used to do were like, kid stuff.
Yeah.
Like, bro, on like freshman year, sophomore year, we used to all hang out. We used to always dick around, do some dumb shit as boys, whatever. Used to like, some guys had a little girl we would talk to type shit. And then like junior year, we started drinking a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like senior year is when we started drinking more.
everyone
And then
kind of loses up.
once like freshman year of college comes, that we get used to that new lifestyle. Bro, but now I'm seeing kids now going to Tallahassee and like as a sophomore in high school, pulling up partying and drinking, or going to UF partying and drinking. But like back when we were talking about like, yo, bro, we never used to do none of that. Like we used to like hang out and do shit. But like,
we would go over to each other's house, play Madden.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm like, what would you sophomore year, junior year? Like, yeah, play Madden. Now like I'm talking to like
Madden, GTA,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
chill.
some people I know, little sibling, they're like, yeah, like I just got like my dick sucked. I'm like,
Dude.
I didn't even know what sex was until like 2 years ago. Like,
yo, I'm sticked up, bro.
Yeah, I was like, huh? I just hear this stuff, and I think definitely, not to sound like a boomer, but it's like social media, and you're just exposed to more at an early age and stuff like that. So you have like just your phone, you have all this power of technology in your hand, so like you're just exposed to it. So You know,
I think that's a big part of it too. Like the fact that you're so exposed to it, like so early now, that like you kind of like you feel like you're growing up faster, but like
100%.
you shouldn't, because social media wasn't what it was when we were in high school. What it is now,
No.
bro. Now Instagram is porn, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Dude,
Twitter.
Twitter's porn too, bro.
ass.
Yo, my Instagram Explorer page is full of baddies, bro. Full of baddies.
The birds.
Dude, a bunch of them, bro. I don't gotta go on porn. I just scroll, dude. There's a half naked bitch right there.
No, I can't say the same. My algorithms are so fucked. Like I'll send.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like what's it like in my head, and like, yo, don't send this shit in a group chat anymore, bro. Like I would send memes, or like I don't get it. I'm like, that's the point. Like it's just the craziest shit ever.
You've been going through Instagram stories, you see people's like going to school, people like working on the gym. Next thing you see Machado post a meme about some like flying cock or some bullshit. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is like what is your story?
I saw your
bro?
story the other day. It was like some like wolf.
I'm like, yo,
I know that meme though.
I'm like,
It's
what
funny
is
as
this,
fuck.
bro?
It's like if you know, you know. Cause
Yeah, it is if you know, you know. Then you
I had
know.
this moment the
I
other
knew
day,
this.
because just like you said, like I'm like you saw it the other day, and I'm like fuck, like the stuff I post really gets seen by people, because like I just post it and I'm just like all right, whatever. Like I'll wake up the next day, because I like saving my stuff, and a year from now I'm like oh, like it's like little stories,
Yeah.
because if not I forget everything, and I'm like I'll go out one day and someone I haven't talked to in like maybe a year, they go oh my god, like that thing the other day, I'm like. You saw that? Like, yeah, you posted it. I'm like, I didn't think anyone watched. I kind of just,
Just let it go.
yeah, just like, hey, you know, did you like it? All right, cool. Okay.
No, yo, honestly, yo, thank God for Snapchat stories, because sometimes shit pops up and I'm like, when the fuck did this happen, dude? Like, it's a fucking hell of a reminder, dude.
Yeah, everyone's like, why do you post on Snap? I'm like, trust me, like, it's like,
It's gonna pay off for you one day.
yeah, like I get like right now, boom, 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, 1 year ago is boring. It's me working, but like,
Yeah.
you see 2 years ago, whatever. On.
Oh, when it gets interesting is like 10 years from now and it's like, 15 years ago today, and you're like
Yeah.
a legit fucking shot running up for a logo or some dumb shit.
And then you just start crying, have existential dread, kicking like, wow, and I'm here fucking working my 9 to 5. I used to be the man back in the
You look
day.
eat some shotgun and your wife comes in, what the fuck are you doing?
Everybody get out of here, honey. Yeah, it's funny because I feel like we're like, I don't want to say the first generation to truly experience that, but like, you know,
No, we
who
kind
knows?
of are.
I think our generation did technology the best.
Yeah, because now,
Because like we got it, but like we also know how to like manage it. Kids nowadays are like only consuming
like
it.
iPad babies, bro.
There's
Like,
literally iPad
My little
babies.
cousin's in he's going into 4th grade, and the stuff he says, I'm like, bro, I don't even know like half the stuff.
Yeah, bro. I got little siblings. We go to restaurants, we'll sit down and like they're eating and looking at the phone, like they're
All
not
day.
looking at anything. I didn't have that fucking shit. I had to sit there and listen to whatever boring conversation the adults were talking about.
That is true. Like I said, we grew up with MySpace was like
Yeah.
when we were young.
Well, like I was like when I looked at,
like 7 years old was with MySpace for me.
but like MySpace
You're also
only
like
lasted
28.
MySpace didn't last long though.
Nah.
Facebook started that's when I was like, and I would like, I didn't know how to use it, so I would be like at my cousin, like, yo, I forgot your number, like what, and then it'd just be like the public post, like,
I have the most crazy like Facebook like memories, like they just pop up. It's just me just saying the most random shit. I'm just like, who left me on social media?
I
Like,
have old ones that if you see it, it's just me like, oh, it rained today, like it sucked. I couldn't play basketball.
the most purest form, bro.
Yeah, dude, honestly.
But yeah, that was like, bro, because at that point was a desktop. If you didn't have like a
Yeah,
desktop
you
or like
needed
a
it.
laptop or you weren't like socializing, now I feel like, bro, all I gotta do is pull out my phone. I'm on Twitter. I got Instagram. I got Snapchat. Like you're
Yeah.
exposed to so much. So I'm like,
Dude, I remember in my old house, fuck, I don't even know how old I was, but it was like right around I think I was maybe like in 5th or 6th grade, like right around the time when like I started getting curious as to like what like naked girls look like, but I didn't know how to look it up, bro, and I used to wait for like everyone in my house to go to sleep, and I'd get on the, like, and it was only one computer in the whole fucking house. Then I'd get on there and I would write like naked girl or like boob.
one boob,
I didn't know how to find
singular
it.
one.
Yeah.
2 cheeks.
I didn't know how to find it, bro, and I'd write like naked girl, and I'd be scrolling forever because the internet wasn't peaking yet.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Sir, you're too advanced for this.
And then I didn't know how to fucking delete the history.
Oh.
Bro, so one day I come home from school, and my dad's like, yo, come in the office with me. And I'm like, all right, whatever, we're sitting down. And he's like, look at this. And I'm looking, and it's just naked girl boob, naked girl vagina.
Like, I'm not even upset, just do better. Like, let me help you out. He's like, there. It's like, thanks, man.
I didn't know that word, dude.
want to see something real crazy, scarred you for life. You're like, all right, I'm not looking at the shit.
Oh, my stomach.
Let's put it here. Let's go here for a sec.
What's up?
This shit's 30 minutes in already.
Oh yeah. Yo, so okay, so transitioning from you did high school here at Westminster, both of you, right? Both in the same grade or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go at the same time to FSU?
A
No.
year after. So like the
He
way
waited a year or you waited a year?
he did.
I went JUCO and then he was. Well, you were actually in the army.
Okay, well, okay now.
Wait. Let's go here though. You did
No,
JUCO.
I
How
did.
was JUCO?
I did JUCO football for a year.
Okay, how is that? What is that even like?
It's like,
Is that like
I'm
the
not,
military
I'm
of,
not
like,
gonna lie to
sports?
you. JUCO was probably the most craziest experience I've been in my life. Like just from a standpoint of like
Good or bad?
bad.
Oh.
Like you have like
Suck balls.
you have like 120 guys on the football team, and then there's no living room. Like I remember,
do you
thank
mean?
God, like I lived in Miami, so the JUCO I went to was close to me, so I drove, I commuted to school. But kids were living like actually in the hotel. 5 kids, 1 room with 1 bed.
What the fuck is that?
That's how living was. Every football players had like so we had dorms. Our dorms was 1 bedroom, 1 bed, and 5 guys shared that 1 bed, and that's basically
What
how.
did you do? You take turns?
No, bro. Like some
20-minute
guys,
shifts?
nah, some guys had to get like a little air mattress.
Yeah.
Some guys were sleeping on like the actual floor type shit. It was like,
No way.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I?
Yo,
into?
in my head, JUCO was like where like athletes go to thrive.
No. So I mean,
But it's like, you're kind of right. Those are like when the athletes are like, which is a straight like completely idiots, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't get the grades right, but like, bro, there is some guys there. Like, when I was there was a guy that was 27 years old who just got out of the army, and I'm talking about, bro, he was like fucking 6'2", big dude, whatever. You had another guy that was like 31 years old, 3 kids, still thinking he has a college dream.
Still thinking about a college dream at 31?
I swear to God, it's not even crazy. I'm not even trolling right now, but like you also had guys that like legit like have families playing JUCO football. That's the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, for that, why don't you just go play overseas?
well, you gotta think this is their mindset. Like, pretty much a lot of the people that go to JUCO are people like Mike said. Like, either didn't get the grades, this and that. Like, maybe went to a big school, messed up, and then now they gotta go to JUCO. And it's like a second chance. I don't know if you saw the Netflix documentary, like Last Chance U. It's pretty
Yeah.
real. So it paints a picture. It's pretty real. You gotta think like you have a bunch of these guys who are maybe on their last chance. So like Mike said, there's 100-some guys, and they're all fighting for the first team reps, or this and that. And, you know, it's almost like you got to do what's better for you. You know, in high school, you're like, oh, teamwork, this and that.
Yeah.
But there, it's like, you know, fuck you. I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to get this scholarship and further my career, because you know it's like a dog eat dog world.
And
bro.
people will screw you over. Like, so I always tell people, think of JUCO like of like an iceberg. Like certain icebergs you can notice where the only thing you see on the top of the iceberg is the actual ice, and how small it is. But when you look down below, when you get like into the ocean wise, it's big. Because people don't realize when I'm a running back. I play running back my entire life. I walked into that running back room in our first day meeting. There was 20 guys just sitting there, and we're competing for 4 job spots. I'm like, bro, I'm like fucking. I came straight out of Westminster Christian High School, and some of these guys were fucking like older than me at the point. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, if you don't actually have that mentality to survive, you will literally just get eaten up and chewed out. And those coaches literally just tell you, all right, I don't give a fuck about you. If you don't want to play for me, get the fuck out of my field type shit. And I was like, that was like once I got to JUCO, shit hit the fan. I was like, yo, this real life is like, this shit ain't
Shit's
no joke.
quick.
This shit ain't no
Yeah.
joke.
Happens fast.
Shit happened fast.
And then you went to where? Where the fuck did you go?
It's like anyone that would hear like, oh, he was in the army, and then they see me now, they're like, wait, what? So I'll give you the whole rundown.
Run it down. Top to
And I
bottom.
used to never like tell people about this because I guess like I don't know, I was just like kind of embarrassed, but whatever. So long story short, like I don't know, I was always a good student in high school. I got good grades, took AP classes, yada yada. So pretty much I you know, when it was time to apply for colleges, I'm like, oh, whatever, the Florida schools, this and that. And my wrestling coach, and you can attest, because bro, you're probably super close to your coach. He went to West Point, you know, United States Military Academy, which obviously you know is the Army, but you know, very prestigious school. You know, like 4 or 5% acceptance rates. I don't know if that's still accurate now, but you know, really tough to get into. Great education, leave there with you know. So pretty much, I was like, you know, screw it, I'm gonna apply. And that's not like a school you just apply to. It's not like where you just write a college app. Like, there's so many processes. Like, you gotta apply just to get an interview, and then you gotta get the interview, and then like if you get the interview, you get the nomination. And so long story short, there's a lot of steps. But like, screw it, you know, I'm gonna go through it, and if I get in, I'm gonna go in, and if I don't get in, I'm gonna go home, stay at FIU, you know, just hang out and do my thing. You know, I didn't really have any other aspirations in the sense like to go away. Like I didn't really care. So long story short, I did the process somehow, some way, got appointed, and like I got in, which is crazy. So I'm like, all right, let's go. I report. The day I report, you know, it's in July. You go for like summer. They call it Beast, and that's where you go train. They pretty much turn you from civilian to to an army soldier. You know?
Got it.
So I get there, blah blah blah. I'm doing the process. You know, you're getting input, the name, blah blah blah, and I guess the point where like they go to medical history, blah blah blah, and I guess something wasn't disclosed. Like I think it was like something that I didn't report, like an injury I had, and at that point they go, hey, look, listen. Because of this undisclosed injury, this and that, like, hey, we're not gonna, like, I was already in the school, like, accepted.
Yeah.
They go, we can't allow you to, like, participate this school, but, you know, like.
What do you mean injury? Like you had gotten hurt or something?
Yeah, something that, like, some medical issues that weren't reported.
Got it.
So, at that point, as an 18-year-old kid, because they're like, hey, look, you know, you're accepted, but we can't let you into, like, you know, the actual school in a sense now. It's like, you have an opportunity to go to USMAPS, which is, you know, United States Military Academy prep school, which is a lot of times where they send either like the athletes that get recruited. You do a year there almost to prepare you for the actual school. And bro, at this point, like I said, like I would say I've had a pretty good life thus far. I've never really had to overcome adversity, and that was the first time where I'm like, look, I didn't really want to do anything in my life, like in a sense where like, oh, school, I didn't care. Like this was like, wow, this is all I wanted, and then it just got taken away from me, and like I was crushed, like. Sobbing, like I don't know, I felt like a loser, you know, like you know, you have all these people cheering for you, like, oh, my son's going to West Point, your friends, and then like I remember the next day I was just like I had to tell everyone like, hey, look guys, this is what happened, this is a situation, and then you know, I felt like the biggest loser, and that's like I was down bad, and I was probably like the lowest I've been in my life, and then so then my mom was like, hey, listen, because at that point it was like July, like if even if you go into other schools, you can't go in, like the deadline passed, so. My mom was like, hey, listen, I think it'd be a good idea that you leave Miami. You know, you go up there to Tallahassee. I know someone that that can do the thing where you do TCC to FSU one semester. And then part of me, I was like, bro, I'm like, you know, I got to know West Point. You know, I'm the cream of the crop. Like, why am I going to go to a community college to do this and that? You know, I'm better than that. And I just accepted. I'm like, you know what? Let me be bigger than like, let me just humble myself. Yeah. I'm going to go there first for somehow, some way. Like Mike can attest. I never... You know, I didn't really go out too much, whatever. So I'm like, you know, let me go up there. And it was the best decision I ever made. You know, I went up there, met people, and then probably the second best decision was deciding to rush a frat. And, like, in the moment, you didn't really know what's going on. But, like, you know, I graduated 2 years ago. Looking back, big picture was, you know, God works in mysterious ways. But, like, at the time, that was the lowest of the lows. I was upset, angry, kind of. Even when I was in FSU for a while, it kind of fucked with me. Like, I was just like, is this really for me? Like, is this where I'm supposed to be? And, like, now looking back, I'm like, bro, the people I met, you know, I had a dog, R.I.P. Peter, he passed away, but I had a dog in college, and I would have never met him. I would have never met some of my best friends up there or experienced the things that probably wouldn't even be here right now talking, you know? So, all in all, like I said, it's just a cool path I've had so far, and, you know, I'm blessed. I'm thankful, so.
Yeah, so that experience, you get to FSU, you rush a frat.
I didn't want to rush a frat. So the funny thing is, do it? So my mom and sister. So
no way.
My mom. So my mom's the best. I mean, every person's gonna say their mom's the best, but my mom's actually the best. So my sister was 2 years older than me. She went to Wake Forest, rushed a sorority. She's like, "Hey, Anthony, Greek life's really cool, this and that." And I remember vividly, it was me and my sister, and I just started wailing on her because I was just leaving West Point where. It's going to be like, you're the scum of the earth. Someone's going to, like, you know, tell you what to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why am I going to want to pledge and do the same thing that I just left? I remember telling her, like, I don't want to do that, this and that. Like, fuck Greek life, that's stupid. And then my mom's like, Anthony, you know, it'd be good to meet people. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward all those years later, I became the president of the frat, which I don't know how that even happened.
I still don't know how.
But
yeah, how did, like, you really don't know how that happened?
Because it's kind of like when...
Were you there already when
he
became president?
I was there when Machado became president and stuff. But like, just to think about it from like when he first got the Tallahassee type.
How does that work? Is that like a voting process?
Yeah, it is. So basically, it's all the brothers, we get together, we have a chapter, and
you give speeches or something.
Yeah. So basically, we all vote. We all like everyone's gonna put a poll on our Facebook, yo, who do you want to be for president? We do our nomination type
Exposing
stuff.
a lot of information.
No, it's not that big of a deal. And then whatever, we do that, and then together as brothers, we make votes. They have their speech, and then we make our vote, and then who becomes the president. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not think Machado was gonna actually do it until it didn't hit me till when we finally got there. I was like, bro, Machado's actually about to run for fucking president. Got on stage, like, trust me, I did not think he was gonna get on stand and fucking crush, but like, he got on stage, he started talking. I'm like, yo, bro, you might convince a lot of people. And listen, the competition wasn't that great, but still,
No,
it was like, it was a good competition, but it wasn't great. But at the same time, I was like, yo, Machado's gonna do a good job. And look, when you look back at it, like from now, where our fraternity is now to where it was when he left it, bro, you can look back and say, damn, I did a great job.
Yes.
Just to add some context, like, so pretty much, like, obviously, pledged, got in, and at that point, like, I was just a little freshman, doing who knows what, just happy to be here. Didn't even know anything about Greek life prior. Same thing kind of sophomore year. It wasn't until junior year where, like, you know, like, you kind of read the room in a sense, like, okay, once this guy's done, who's going to kind of step in and this and that. And then, like, one of the VP had actually stepped down. So I was like, all right, you know, I'll fill in the shoes, whatever. Just help out, you know, because that's always what I wanted to do. Excuse me. So pretty much that semester, that was junior year, my fall. That semester, like, we were, like, in the process. We were always getting suspended, getting some allegations, and then they would be like, okay, you can't throw events. Mm-hmm. They would, like, just lead us on. Okay, investigation over, like, at the end of the semester. And then it was like, all right, we didn't have any events this whole semester. This investigation, like, it was almost like annoying being in a frat with the IFC, which is the governing body. So my fall of junior year, we ended up getting kicked out. So obviously, like, bro, shit hit the fan, and that's at the point where, like, a bunch of frats have gotten kicked out. So sophomore year's rolling around. It's kind of like, oh, who's gonna run for president? But it's like almost like a makeshift, like, rag and tag. Like, okay, who's still buying in? Because at that point, it's like, okay, we're not a frat. Like, what are we gonna, like, pay dues for, this and that? So like, okay, let's try to keep it going. I'm like, look, no one else wants to do it. I'll do it. And then, like, I would say that spring it was so, but we managed to get a pledge class, and all in all, like, we managed to keep it going, which you look at a bunch of other frats over the years have gotten kicked off, like, just, like, dissipated and, like, aren't around. So the fact that you still have something that's still kind of functioning, whether I haven't really kept up. I don't know how good or bad it is, but, you know, it's still going. So that was probably one, like, I guess, the cooler thing, not even in the sense where it's like, oh, you're the president of a frat, because I don't view it like that. I view it more like, hey, we're like a family, and, like, we managed to, like, keep it going in a sense, you know, because you're no bigger than anyone else. Mm-hmm. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Because you could be the figurehead, but if everyone's not buying in, then what are you, you know?
So being president, what is that, like, what kind of responsibility do you hold?
It was pretty much, you're pretty much everyone's, like, dad in a sense. You got to make sure, hey, you can't be doing this dumb shit, which is tough because, like, yeah, I'm doing dumb shit at the same time, but at least I'm getting my stuff figured out, whether it's school-wise or handling myself in a sense. So it was tough, but you know, I'm very non-confrontational. I'm more like, you know, like a happy-go-lucky guy, just like to mess around. So it was tough. I had to learn how to, like, kind of be, I don't want to say a dick, but more of an authoritarian figure. Like, hey, listen, you fucked up. You know, there's going to be repercussions. You either can't go to this function or this and that. And that was tough on me because I didn't really like being the bad guy. I was more so...
Yeah, you don't like being a dick.
Yeah, but someone's got to be it.
Somebody has to.
And the one thing is, I would say I appreciate that because it prepared me more so for... Now that I'm working in the jewelry business, obviously, you know, my dad owns it, blah, 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 and eventually it's going to be mine. So at the same time, it's going to be like, okay, hey, you're going to be the boss one day. There's going to be people like your co-workers now. Let's just say they're going to be like your workers in a sense, which I never like to view like that. But, you know, you're going to have to make the tough decisions. Like, hey, you're not performing as well as you need to. I need more from you, and this and that. So I would say being the president of the frat definitely helped me with that, you know, and it's transition in that aspect, because like I said, I used to shit on Greek life, said it was dumb, you're paying for friends, but all in all, it taught me a lot, and I can see it definitely translating through post-grad life, and you know, it was fun. I could definitely attest to that, you know.
Yeah. You guys have any I mean, I know you guys throw a huge party out there.
Snow Oasis.
Snow Oasis, that's what it's called.
So I can give like a little story, but
I mean, how is it planning that? Like how like I can imagine it's a little stressful, at least especially like in your shoes, right?
Kind of. No, at the time he wasn't the president. Because I think it was Piccolo at the time.
No, it was me because we threw in the spring.
Oh, I mean the first time that I was a part of it.
There was 4 of them, so I don't know. Whichever one you're talking about. But.
Yeah, but I remember my first time ever being there, it was, obviously, you know, when you were a pledge at that time, I used to hear the stories from the older brothers, all the stuff. And then these guys used to tell me like, yo, it's the craziest thing in my life. Like, you used to walk around and then there'll be one brother, 10 girls type stuff. Like, like,
Yeah.
bro, you're a college kid. You hear that stuff, like, you get hype. So I remember that time when I was like, I just got initiated, going into the spring. We have the house, whatever. That setup is sick. Like, bro, we got guys putting in sand. We seen everything. All this thing, like, happen at once. But then, bro, for some reason, it was like, once you got into the actual party, it was like, oh my God damn, is this actually real? Like, I walked in, next thing you know, you see all the brothers wearing the costumes and stuff. You see all the little, like, girls, like, running around, like, all this type of stuff. And then at the time, it was like, we couldn't really drink at the time, so it was like, it's a non-alcoholic party. But still, like, it was probably one of the craziest parties I've ever been a part of my life.
Some context for that. Once again, we're under bad standing with the IFC. So, like, we're here throwing this party. And like I said, my freshman year, so Mike wasn't there. Craziest part, still to this day, I would say, even freshman, sophomore year, one of the craziest parties I've been to. Was nuts. So fast forward to sophomore year, we were in bad standing, so they had to make it. We're like, all right, we're gonna throw Snow Aces, but like we had to make it a non-alcoholic event. Which, I mean, I don't know. You ever been a college party? Yeah, there's gonna be alcohol.
Who lying to?
So we had to like finagle this and that, like alcohol only in the rooms, this and that. So that's some context for Mike, but. Backtracking to your point about stress and planning it, like I remember like at the time when I was president and planning it, the social chair was Ojeda, so I remember going back and forth talking about what we should do, what we shouldn't do, because like the first couple years was at the house, but then obviously we got kicked out, so
yeah,
we didn't have a house anymore. So it's like, where are we gonna throw it? We went to pots and like just like that, trial and error, because like I said, it's our first semester getting kicked off. Are people gonna come? You don't want to throw a party
and no one shows.
It's all the brothers and then just jerking off and
yeah.
just don't go, So it was stressful in that sense because you're like, who's gonna come? Planning, budget wise, how am I gonna convince all these kids, like whatever the kids in the frat to pay their dues? Like how so that was stressful, but all in all, well worth it. And it was definitely one of the more fun experiences.
I mean, it seems like it's still working out. Those parties always look great.
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's a big staple of Tallahassee, the Phi Tau Snow Aces parties.
Yeah.
You think about it, it's like, because this is really like Phi Tau, whatever, but just like Pike has their own things, like Dell, all these other frats will have their own things, but we not realizing like how big that school was and how so many people go. Like, bro, people will be out partying at a fucking Dell place. You pull up, you see thousands of people.
Yeah.
You pull up to our party, we got like over 1,000 people. You go to Pike, they have thousands of people. It's like, it's crazy when you think about Tallahassee. It's like, it literally was just
it's
playground.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, there's not much else to do outside of drinking and partying.
They go hunting and fucking.
What the fuck else are you gonna do? I mean, everything is just fucking going out.
Just drinking, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why summers, I'd be like, for anyone that stayed up there, I'm like, you're a psychopath. Like,
yeah.
I would be, you especially. Like,
best summer of my life.
I would want to come home and like decompress. I'd work with my family and stuff. So like, I just wanted to get away with that. Cause
yeah, a little breather.
By the end of the semester, you're like burnt out. So like, summer was a good like little break, you know, and then August comes around, you're ready to go back into the shit.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Literally, I was like,
religiously.
This guy.
This fucking guy. And then what? So you guys you did 4, you did 3 or 2?
I did 2.
You did 2.
Yeah.
And then how was that for you?
The right amount.
It was kind of sad, like, in a sense, because I made like, besides Machado and Castillo, I met like a lot of new homeboys, met a lot of new friends that I hang out with. Like I was saying earlier, I went to Tampa.
Yeah.
I became close with all of my brothers. Like I met like a bunch of kids younger than you, and because I was a year after Machado, so I was a 2018 fall. So I met like mostly like Ojeda, a bunch of those little young college kids and stuff like that. So I created like a friendship with those guys, and it was kind of weird because I was like, I didn't really want to leave, but at the same time, like I told you, I played JUCO football. I played football my entire life. I was like stuck to playing sports. Like my whole life was playing sports. But sadly, I got into a bad back injury my junior year into our playoff game. And ever since then, I've been dealing with injuries my entire senior year. JUCO year, I just shattered my back. So I couldn't play football anymore.
Yeah.
I still remember calling, like, my boys and telling them, like, I had no idea what I want to do with my life. It was like, I was stuck to a point where I was like, I was confused. I was like, bro, football was everything for me. I was like, once I lost football, and I was like,
all right, I have to find something new in my life. Like
But-
I gotta get like out of my little state of mind.
But that's fire that you have boys that you can come to and like open up with.
Facts.
Like
I can,
that.
I can relate to Mike because I mean I was also in the same way. Like it wasn't my everything, but I had aspirations to play, college football, whether it was like an Ivy League or this school
Yeah.
or whatever. Even thought about walking on at West Point. So like as someone who like gave up that dream and went to school, at least I don't know. I feel like I reached out to Mike when like he was kind of going through that. And he even visited once because I guess he had a JUCO game up there or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Took him out to town, whatever. We had a great
Yeah,
time.
good time, good time.
I made a joke. I'm like, oh, Mike's transferring up here. And then obviously when he decided to step away from JUCO, I go, hey, Mike, listen, like I think this would be a very cool opportunity for you. You've been in Miami your whole life. Like come up here. And the worst thing that can happen, guess what? You tried out. It's not for me. Cool. You come home or this and that. Like it doesn't hurt in trying. So.
Yeah.
But the problem, the one thing I always like, I'm proud of myself is, some people just don't know when to quit.
Yeah. They
Some
don't.
people are up in Tallahassee and their main purpose is just
Partying.
going out, partying, meeting new people.
That's why you have guys that stay there for 5-6 years.
Yeah, it's at some
Like,
point.
what do you like? Come on.
I almost graduated early. It's like if I'm I'm a
I-
good student, but if I almost graduated early and you're
remember
doing
the
it in
call.
5-6, it's like, come on, what are you?
You're eating shit. You're eating shit is what you're doing.
It's pointless. At one
Those are
point,
the guys that come back and you're like, you're burnt out. Like, I can see it on your face.
no,
Whatever.
No comment. I don't want to step
no
on your
comment. We're
toes.
not talking
yeah.
that. But no, but I do agree. Like
Take
certain
a shot.
people, only certain people can last in Tallahassee.
Mm.
You have those guys that like go there actually like party, but take care of the shit. Like
Of course.
there's kids there that like I know like in my plus class like there's a kid that's trying to be a doctor, right? Like a dentist. My fault. He's trying to be a dentist, but it's a kid I used to go out with, party on the weekends all the time. But like there's certain people that can handle their alcohol and handle school.
Yeah.
And there's certain people like I can say for me, I couldn't handle my school and handle my alcohol. I was always in between. So sometimes I'm like focused on school, but then I'll be chilling in the house. Next thing you know, I hear like someone run into my room like, "Yo, let's start pregame. Let's go out." And then my mindset would just change. That's where I'm like, "All right, bro." At some point, I'm like, "It's not for me."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to come to realization like, "Yo, if I want to be successful in life, like me staying here just drinking, like falling away from school is not gonna make me any type successful." Now I'm looking at me now. I'm like, imagine if I would have stayed for 2 extra years.
But I mean, at least you have like the awareness to like, realize it. Because a lot of people see themselves in that hole and they're just like, fuck it. Like, stay in this box forever. This is never going to end.
But it's fun.
An end is coming.
It's fun.
It's super fun.
It's fun.
It's super fun.
You can't deny
but
it.
like, I'd rather sacrifice like a little bit of happiness right now for like maximum happiness.
It's like a
later.
drug, like bro. Like you gotta know when to give it up in a sense.
Yeah.
Like bro, if you just keep doing it and doing it, and you don't know when to walk away. It's like you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I really fucked up.
Yeah,
But
it's like gambling. Like simplest terms, you play a blackjack table, you're down $100, and like the DJ in you wants to go, yo, just make your $100 back. But that's how you end up losing 4 or 5.
200,
Yeah.
And you go back, and you run it back, you run it back, you run it back. It's like an endless movie. Like you know the movie, you know from the beginning to the end, you know the plot, you know the climax,
Yeah.
but you still going through that same movie over and over and
Yeah,
over.
I mean, I did 1 year there, and like, it gets to the point where like, as fun as it is, it does get repetitive.
It's old.
You do a lot of the same shit. Oh, it's super fun. Not that it's not fun, but
Dirt,
it's
yeah.
it's dirt pots.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Beep, boop, bop,
Clyde's
beep, boop,
recess?
bop,
It's the
beep.
same 4 places in rotation.
I look back and I'm like, cause now I'll go maybe out once a week, if that.
Yeah.
And I used to look back, I'm like, bro, you'd go to Dirt and be crammed in a box, just like
Sardine can.
Sardine.
Sweating balls.
Friday, and, like-
getting bumped. Like
Don't get me wrong. Part of me, I guess, like I don't want to say misses it, cause like I really don't. It's just more like you want to go relive back in a sense, like.
you missed the like moment in
Yeah,
time.
yeah, and like the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
But it's like looking back, I'm like, I would really go out like on a Thursday, and just like go here, and then a Friday and Saturday, and now like on a Thursday, oh, shit, it's a Thursday night. I'm like, hey, this is like more like productive things to do in a sense.
Yeah.
You just, it's a phase, you know.
It is a phase. It is a phase. I mean, not to lie though. I go out a lot here too. Like at least Friday, Saturdays, I'm out. I like to still have a good time, but for the most part, like during the week, I'm grinding. I'm getting my shit done. Like,
Yeah, as you should.
But
Work hard, play hard, you know.
exactly, as everybody should, as everyone should. So like, okay, you guys finished up in Tallahassee. You moved back down. Like, how's that adjustment been for you guys?
Not gonna lie to you, it was kind of weird because I came back during the pandemic, so
Okay.
a lot of things were not like I didn't have like that much. I had a lot of free time on myself. I was working with my pops. Was doing construction work with him, and then, I just been like working with him, and then one of my great friends I used to go to high school with, still my best friend to this day. One of these days, I went over to his house randomly. It was like,
We were all chilling at my boy's grand crib. Everyone was hanging out. He texted me like, "Yo, Mike, let's go out tonight." And I was like, "Bro, we're all chilling here."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, come on, bro. I haven't seen you in like months. Like, pull up." So I said, "All right, bro, whatever." I pulled up to his crib. I got there, I met his dad, and then we just started talking. And I started talking about construction, and his dad owns a construction company. And then he goes, "Hey, man, if you really want to take this life seriously, follow the wave." And at that point, I work with my dad. And my dad's my everything to me. Like, I do anything for my dad. I work for him, all this stuff. But then, you know, when someone gives you an offer that you can't turn down, you're going to have to take it. So I took the job, and then next thing you know, fast forward to now, I'm doing great. Like, I got a new promotion. I'm working my own way up.
Fuck yeah.
I just finally I purchased my first brand new car off
Let's
the lot.
fucking go.
I'm saving up some good money. It feels good because now I'm looking back. I'm like, damn, like Mike, like a 20-year-old Mike would not be thinking like how Mike is right now. type
Yeah.
Shit. So I'm like, at the moment, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I was telling Machado the other day, all right, bro, I feel good. Not like good, like cocky way, but I feel good. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like my life's
You're
going
happy on the path you're going.
Yeah, I'm happy my life is going somewhere. Like I was telling you earlier, like when I was in Tallahassee, I felt like my life was just,
Stagnant, you know.
It's
You,
going
now
down.
you feel a sense of fulfillment, you know.
So I
You
got
feel growth. You feel growth, and yeah, I'm sure in Tallahassee it felt very like you're plateauing. Like there's not much going on outside of drinking, and
Nope.
and you're like
Yeah,
Socratic, trying to cheat your way through
weekend.
homework and shit. Like
I enjoy my weekends like we all do.
yeah,
Like, you
I
should
think
be.
everyone should. I think everyone should.
You make good money, you have to be at least.
Especially that we're still
enjoy
young
it.
too, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Make good money.
Yeah, look at you, huh?
No, there's a little jewel right here, buddy.
All right, so obviously you guys both did the frat. Do you guys have any fucking crazy stories while you were up there? Any crazy shit you've never seen before?
I don't remember him. You go.
Well, and look, I know you're iconic. You got a little,
Okay.
you got a sick tattoo.
Oh,
All right. Nah. Let Machado
You
kind of
rip it and
explain
then you
it, and
come
then
in.
I'll come in.
okay. For those of you who don't know, I used to call Mike White Doodleball back in high school because I don't know. I used to say he looks like a Doodleball version of an actual person, which now looking back is kind of fucked up, but you look great. So whatever, that was an ongoing joke. I would always call him that. And then I guess we got to college, and then he got there, and then I would just call him that, and people would be like, "Why do you call him that?" Whatever. So it came this whole thing. And then one day, I remember I saw something on social media, like this guy got a Doodleball tattoo. I was like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever. I'm like, I have an idea. So I go to Mike. I go, hey, Mike, like this Doodleball tattoo, awesome. How many screenshots, you know, how many retweets, whatever, how many screenshots on my Snap story do I need to get for you to get it? I'll pay for it. He's like, 50. And at that moment,
Wait. Let me add context. Remind you, I'm pretty sure this is a Friday morning. So, bro, I woke up, because we went out Thursday. I woke up on my couch. Obviously, I see my phone buzzing, whatever. I see Machado blow me up. At the moment, I'm like, fuck it, bro. Machado, whatever. I just said 50. Me not realizing it's fucking Anthony Machado with fucking 20,000 people on the Snapchat story. So I say 50, just saying it, not really believing it's gonna happen. And then fucking next thing you know,
I get like 2 something before 2 o'clock. I'm like, hey, yo, Mike, I already booked our appointment. I got it. So whatever, and he's like, oh, whatever. Mike's the type of guy, like, he's like thinking about like, wow, this is a bad decision, but like, all right,
I
let's do
said,
it.
fuck it.
So
Fuck it, we ball.
we get there, and I'm like, hey, I have $100, blah, blah, blah. Like, what can I get? I show him the stencil, and they print it out. I don't know if you ever got a tattoo, so they print out the stencil first. They print it out. This shit's like this big, which is fucking huge. And then Mike's like he's trying to process the thing. And the lady's like, is this good? Like, talking to Mike, I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like, I'm the one buying it. Like, yeah, it's good. So she's like about to get this printer stencil out, apply it, and she goes, actually, like, that's gonna be like 150, not 100. So I'm gonna have to. So I'm getting ready to pull out more money. Like, be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm gonna pay more. And then Mike finally steps in and goes, no, like, make it smaller. And then so I'm like, all right, whatever.
To
So
the viewers that's watching, this is the biggest cap of Anthony Machado's life right now. Machado is the most stingiest person in the world. The lady goes as 150. Machado goes, what can I get for 100? She goes, all right, you can get this small one. Fucking deal, run it. I'm like, oh my fuck.
Are you telling me right now you would have gotten into that big ass motherfucking one?
Honestly, yeah.
In that moment, you probably would have, right?
Because I was.
you still got another thigh.
No, but it's like I wasn't really thinking at the time when that happened. Like, I couldn't believe it was true. It was one of those moments where like
I'm gonna put it like right there for you guys.
I got people like Snapchatting me like, yo, when you gonna get the tattoo? When you gonna do that tattoo? I'm like, there's no fucking way. So I'm like, all right, bro, fucking whatever.
I mean, on your thigh is chilling, like.
You say that until, bro, like the next
So
day.
what, you get laid?
You gotta explain Doodleball.
The next day I'm in the fucking shower, fucking hungover. Next thing I look down on my thigh, just a Doodleball tattoo.
No, not even that. So the cool thing is I post it, and like I said, like this is crazy because like I actually hate it. Like I would post like, oh yeah, feel free to send any donations over this way. So, like I had people sending me like $5, $10. So the tattoo was almost practically free. And then I thought to myself, and I'm like, wow, I'm like I can fundraise money like this. So he gets it. We go out that night, and it's his whole party gig, like his party, like whatever party trick. He's just,
Party trick, you're just showing it off.
Bro, it goes good with y'all.
Showing it,
Wear
showing-
shorts. Don't wear jeans.
Yeah,
Just wear shorts.
wear shorts.
Bro, I had like some shorts on. Just walk.
show it to a bunch of girls. Blah blah blah. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. We get into this girl we know. Don't say names. We get this one girl we know, and he shows it. She gets down, and mind you, it's like a raw tattoo. It's been healed for all of 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
Grabs and just licking. I mean, no offense, but like licking Mike is definitely not on the top of the list of things to do. But licking Mike White's fresh tattoo on his sweaty thigh definitely isn't up there either.
Yeah, no.
Does that? I'm just like, this is not a real city. I'm like, when I just, it's gonna be someone's mom one day. I'm like, more power to you, you know. But so he became bigger than life, you know.
Bro, it got to a point where it's like I would just meet random people out, like anywhere I go, like, yo, are you doodle ball? I'm like, bro,
Just doodle ball
fucking
that bitch.
damn.
Bro, that was like one of my first impressions of you. I swear to God. I remember Nicky was the one that showed Nicky Hidalgo, and he like he was talking about you, and I remember like you're all sitting there, and I was like, yo, who the fuck are we talking about? He goes, Doodle Bob, and I go, I know that motherfucker, bro.
I never told you, but Kevin told me that's how you got your job. He's like, yeah. He's like,
The interview was like, yo, show me that doodle.
When he got the Doodle Bob, was that before or after you got the sleeve?
I got it. So funny story about this. So I'm gonna expose myself a little bit. So I got this one in high school. Like first one, I was 17. My mom had to sign off on it. Whatever. So I always liked tattoos, but so then I got to college. So the big tradition is it kind of lost its way, but then when I became president, I kind of brought it back. But like when you got initiated, you get your pledge class tattooed. You know, Alpha, whatever. So a bunch of us go and we're gonna get Alpha Epsilon tattooed. So some people are doing it here. It's either here on the chest, here.
I've seen it here.
So I don't know. I'm more like, hey, if I'm exhibiting like whatever is on my body, like I want it to be like art. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna put it that, you know, I can hide it. So I go, all right, it's kind of fitting. I go, all right, put it right here on my ass. And the guy's like, yeah. And then like, imagine you're in a room with like 15 dudes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just getting my ass. So that was that. So fast forward a week, I was already planning to get this part done, like the first part of my forearm. So my dad hates tattoos. So I remember sending like a bomb in the group chat, like, hey, I'm planning to get a tattoo, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. And they're like, obviously, had some quarrels with it, whatever. Get home for Thanksgiving break. I end up getting it. The next day is Thanksgiving. I'm wearing a long sleeve because like I'm letting it heal. And my dad's like, hey, before you get this tattoo, you should really evaluate, think about it. Like, come on, it's your future.
You have it already?
Mind you, I have this whole ass forearm part.
You got it already.
Yeah, fully got it. 18 years old. I'm just like, nice. So I have to hide it. Whatever, hide it the whole break. Come back, Christmas break, still hiding it, wearing long sleeves every day. And I'm working too. So I'm working at the store wearing long sleeves. We go on vacation.
You know, working in Miami, you're sweating balls.
We go on vacation. Thank God we went to Canada where it's negative 10 degrees.
There you go.
Hiding it, can't even shop. So it doesn't come out till like March. I'm coming home from spring break. Like 5 months later, I'm like, hey, like I have to break the news. Like, hey, I have this. And after he saw this, I was like, fuck it, dude. So I just started getting it every few months, and yeah. But pretty much speaking on the pledge class tattoo, when it kind of lost its way over the years. A couple people would get it, but when I was president, I was like, all right, this is my last semester. You know, like I'm gonna go balls to the wall with this pledge class. You know, this is gonna be my last pledge class. It's like my baby, like whatever. Did the whole thing, and then like I somehow brainwashed like 90% of them to get it. Like kids who don't even have tattoos. A kid who's like Jewish is like, I can't be buried in the cemetery with my family if I get this.
No way.
Got it. I brainwashed them. I brainwashed them all. I go, so you're gonna like give up on the fry? They're like, no. They're just fried at this point.
You're the president.
And it's funny because they did it. And now I'm like, damn, you idiot. You did
You
it.
fucking idiot.
And then
This guy's not gonna be with his family because of fucking Machado.
I go, damn, your grandma's buried here. Your mom. I'm like, damn, you lose. No, I'm kidding. And then the funniest was like a year already when I graduated, I go to visit for like a game or whatever, and I guess the pledge class I was there was like their numbers or the letters was AN, which is my initials. So I get there and they're like, look, we have our initials on you on us. I'm like, all right, you guys are fucking crazy, bro. I gotta get out of here, bro. I'm like, you guys are nuts.
That was recently?
I want to say about a year ago, and maybe a year after I graduated.
Yeah.
That's a Notre Dame game, right?
You know what? It was for Dad's weekend. For some reason, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to Dad's weekend. I don't know. I blended right in. But yeah, I haven't been back ever since. I can't really see myself visiting because it's like.
I mean, for what?
Exactly. Like people like I have younger guys be like, oh, visit this and that. And like you're just in a different point in your life. Not even like that you're too good for it. Cause that's like
No, you just
don't have the time.
that Machado died.
you're gonna go back, bro. I'm 24 years old. What are you gonna do? Go to Dirt? There's a bunch of like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a different.
You're the
point.
oldest person in the room,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I could be everyone's dad. I'm
You're
good.
by far the oldest person in the room at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some like 8 years there. So
I know, yeah, there
so
is,
who
there
knows?
is. There
But
definitely is.
I have no sort of, but you know, did my time. Had a good time. No
There you
regrets.
go.
Yeah.
And then you're done with it too. You're never going back.
No, never.
Fuck
back.
no.
I'm never going back.
UMFSU.
No, I did go back from my sister. Well, no, yeah, my sister did graduate from Tallahassee. And went back. Was kind of felt good.
When
Felt
was
good.
this?
Recently, she just graduated this past spring class. So
Fire.
it was
She's
nice
gonna-
to see my little sister graduate type stuff, and I was like, bro,
She's gonna be a doctor.
she's gonna be
No
a doctor.
fucking way.
Yep.
She got the brains in the family.
I did not get the brains, but I'm sorry.
Not the brains, but you got the looks.
I got more than that.
It's cute.
Alright, so you guys moved back down. So I know like up there in Tallahassee, I'm sure you guys were killing it. As far as like
And it's Birdman Jr. over here, bro.
Me?
so like as far as like going out now, lady wise, partying wise, what's the difference if there is one?
Want me to go? You can go because I'm about to say the most wild shit.
Up there, it's more like, bro, you're in like a little mini city. Like, bro, you can walk to the club, this and that. Like, I never went out of Miami because it's like, all right, when I was underage, because like, fake ID. What if you pull up and then it's a whole house?
Nah, it's a $50 Uber. Any risk, you're not going to get.
So that's us. I never really went out. But however, in Tallahassee, it's like, bro, you walk there, you're getting in, you walk into the venue, and you know everyone there. You know, it's, you know, the bartender, the DJ. So it's cool. You get
I used to have a
free
white kid's fake ID in Tallahassee that I would use.
well,
Swear to God.
One time, segueing real quick. So one time I got my ID taken by a cop. That's another story. And I'm like, fuck, I don't have an ID, but I want to go out tonight. I found like one of those fake printout McLovin ones. Like the fake, and I'm like, you know, bro, like I use it there. And the guy looks at me, he's like, honestly, bro, if this wasn't this funny, I wouldn't let you in. But bro, go in and just come back tomorrow with a better idea. So, but the difference is like, bro, it's like you're right there with your friends. You know, you go out, you're gonna see everyone you know. Here in Miami, it's like, oh, here you may pull up to a venue and like you may not know anyone, this and that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's different. You know, obviously there everyone's
Way
together.
more expensive too.
100%.
Expense. I mean, not for this guy. He's got all the
Yeah.
money,
But
but
it's his fucking
That
expense.
is rolling.
Expensive, Uber, this and that. And like part of the fun is like not where you're at, but who you're with. Bro, you can be in like the shittiest club of all time, but if you're with your boys or people you know and this and that, it's fun. Or vice versa. You can be in the sickest club ever, but if the vibe's not there and you're not having a good time, like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what's cool. I was always fortunate to have like a good friend group and like just, you know, we went out a lot. But yeah, that's why I don't really like going out in Miami. But I mean, if you're also alluding to the fact on like how the scheming life is non-existent. So like same from college, you know.
Bro, let me ask you a question.
Oh God. Hold on, let me.
Have you like? Because I'm trying to grasp my head around like I'm a girl and Machado takes me home, and I walk into Machado's room. How often, if like what kind of reactions are you getting?
Lights off. Not looking at that fucking Lego set.
Hypothetically, if it were
Hypothetically. Yeah, it's a hypothetical situation.
if it were to happen, I just hope I wooed her enough at the club, and like that, like when she gets there, she's like, you know, I still live with my parents, so it's kind of like, oh, you know, whatever. But like, it's like a decent house, so it's
Yeah.
like, oh, hopefully she walks in, she's like, oh, nice. So hopefully by the time she walks in the room, it's like, before she even analyzes, like, squishmallow, like, I'm just like, oh, you want to watch them? You know, like the Indian people building like the pools and shit. It's like, you just put it on. I hypothetically, there's been times where you wake up and you're like, am I in a serial killer's room? You're just like, I'm like, all right, you already survived the night. Like, you're if I didn't kill you now, I'm not gonna kill you. You know, so like that's gone. The older I've gotten, the more I'm just like, you know, because my dad has probably been in my room like twice. Once when we moved in, and once probably like a few weeks ago. He walked in, he's like, and he's a very serious dude. He walks in, he's like looking around, he's like, you like this stuff? I'm like, yeah. He's like, and mind you, this is a guy who's gonna give his business that he's built for 30 years, blood, sweat, and tears. Looking at me, he's like, hey man, as long as you're happy, I'm like, thanks. But yeah, I could definitely say the approach, like, going out now, and it's different because I feel like back in the day, like in college, like, oh, I want to go out, hook up, and like the whole hookup
different.
culture. And like, I'm not to say like you're gonna go out and just like not try to scheme in a sense. It's more so like, I don't know. At least when I go out, my mind says, I'm gonna go out, have a good time.
Yeah, I want to hang out with the boys, like get some good
be
laughs
with the
in.
boys, even like with the girl, like just like meet people, have fun, and
Yeah.
create genuine bonds. Obviously, if that's a byproduct of that, then so be it. But I think like, especially nowadays in this generation, I would say like, it's such a product of like hookup culture in a sense.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like this is like, I don't know, you talk to people like 20, 30 years ago. It's like, bro, you married your spouse, and then that was that.
That was
So
that.
It's just different, so.
What do you guys think about the hookup culture?
Nah, but it's like
wanna hear this.
in Tallahassee, it's completely different from where you.
For the
can
people
go
that
up.
don't know though, like what is it?
It's like, I'm being real with you. You can be a square. You can be the fattest kid in the world. You can be the skinny. Doesn't matter who you are. You can go to Tallahassee and you can find like any girl that wants you.
Yeah.
And it's easy to approach. I'm not calling all Tallahassee girls easy to approach, but it's easier to approach a girl in college, like in Tallahassee, what it was from my experience, because majority of those girls were like new environment.
Yeah.
Some of those girls were probably trapped into, like, bro, me. I was trapped into my parents' household. I really couldn't
Yeah, had
do
strict parents.
much. Yeah, really couldn't do much. But once I got my own freedom, it was like, yo, no one's gonna tell me what the fuck I can do.
So I'll build off that. Like, in there, it was more like, oh, what frat are you in? Who do you know? Blah, blah, blah. And like, bro, we were so spoiled that like, you're in this college town where like you see some of the most beautiful women. Like my mom would visit. She's like, wow, like I was walking your dog and I just passed by like all these beautiful women. So like you're almost spoiled in a sense. So like, I would say the biggest difference, like, at least with hookup culture in college, it's you kind of get away with it in a sense, like, it's college, whatever, I was having fun, so you can't really fault, like, let's just say, like, a girl you end up dating, like, hey, this is, like, what happened in college, I mean, unless...
Hold yourself.
To a degree, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I mean, it happens, guess what, like, I'm not going to judge you, because I had my fair share, you have your fair share, like, whatever, we're adults, and we're going to sell like adults, but, like, I would say, yeah, there's going to be a point in time where, like, I mean, it's tough. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really have any sort of like, I don't want to say comment on it, but it's prevalent right now. And like, if you want to go out, do your thing and have a good time in a sense, go for it. If you want to settle down, do your thing or just hang out, like,
Go for that too.
Yeah.
It's Miami, bro. Because like if you look at Miami, it's like,
I mean,
Where's
there's
the
baddies everywhere here too, but
where's the main spots in Miami? Like what, 20, 30 minutes away from us
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So majority of those girls that go out in
Brickell,
that section,
downtown. Oh, there
they
you go.
live in an area,
Yeah.
visiting town. So it's like it's kind of different from when you go from like a college to.
But yeah, like in Tallahassee, you walk downstairs and there's another girl apartment you can just walk into.
You go to Sunstop, the corner store. There's
Yeah.
like 10 girls there. It's like, all right, nice, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like-
now it's more, so
5-minute Ubers from one place back to your crib.
And they're
or, like,
$4, $5. Here you move 20 minutes away and it's $60 Ubers.
yeah. So it's different, so regarding that.
But you have an approach, and I feel like Miami is more a different approach. Like,
I mean, it has to be, right? I mean, I can imagine, like, you guys being in Tallahassee, like, it was more just, like what you were saying, like, what frat are you in, who do you know, and that's an easy game. Like, you say where you're from, and, the frat that was the frat that you guys were in at the time, like, that was a, big flex, and now down here, it's more like...
I was like, you're in a frat?
Yeah,
Now
no,
it's-
down here, you don't leave with a frat.
where do you work? How much you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
It's different.
It's more about, like, who are you now?
And
like,
it's not even necessarily like that because you can go out and just meet a random person and just hit it off.
For sure.
So it's just a different dynamic. But I would say, especially living in Miami, considering like other places to live, it's like, you're almost like competing in a sense with, bro, there's guys who have been in the game. They're 30-something years old, have a wife, have a house, a mortgage,
Mansion.
whatever. And mind you, there's me living at home with my Lego. It's like, it's like, bro, my personality's only gonna be so far. I've already used all the jokes. But like I said, like the one thing I have learned, and I saw this the other day, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's like, bro, just do shit for people and expecting nothing in return, because like,
Facts.
it's just like, bro, you just do it, and like, guess what? If it's a byproduct of this girl wanting to be like, hey, this guy was super nice, like, I want to go home with you, so be it. But you just got to view everyone, just like treat them right. You know?
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I don't know. I guess people, I don't know.
oh my god.
I mean, look, going back to, like, touch base what you were saying earlier, you said how, like, you were going through shit and you were able to, like, talk to your boys about that. I think shit like that's important, especially for like guys, because like I said this before on like one of the other ones where like girls go through shit or like. I mean, like, bro, you'll see, like, an ugly girl post, like, an Instagram picture, and, like, yo, there's, like, 19 baddies in there, like, yo, go off, like, you're so hot, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, when guys go through shit, yo, like, no one's coming to save you, bro. And, like, even, like, we're in June now, right? And, like, June's, like, Pride Month, but June's also, like, Men's Mental Health Month, which doesn't get talked about much. But I think, like, having guys, like, where you can, like, you know, lean on and rely on is, like, really big and beneficial for us.
I would definitely say, and Michael confirmed, like, as brutally honest and tough as our friend group is on each other, we have each other's back. So like,
Yeah.
if one of us is slipping up, like, we're gonna hold him accountable. Like, hey, listen, you're not holding yourself to like the standard we expect you to be. You're bullshitting at work or not doing this or that to progress in life. So, you know, it's tough because it's not the whole it's fine like the
But I don't think we really want that out of your boys,
the
right?
reassurance. Yeah, you want someone to tell you, hey, look,
You want a fucking black and white answer.
yeah. So that's why I would say it is different because when I would, like, you know, interact with girls in a sense, like, you know, in the past, whether it's relationship or other sense, no, they're looking for reassurance in a sense, which I agree with 100%. You know, sometimes you need reassurance, but it's just a different dynamic because I'm wired differently. I'm more like, hey, I don't want to hear it's going to be fine, you're going to be good. It's like, hey, no, I want a solution. Like, hey, here's what you got to do to get yourself out of this situation and, like, make the best of it, you know? That's just how I function. So sometimes it's tough for me to hear that, whether it's man or woman, like, oh, you're down in the dumps, and I try to offer a solution, but you want, you know, reassurance or compliments or it's going to be fine, which it's just hard for me to process sometimes, which, you know, sometimes you have to have sympathy. So
Yeah, I mean, because, like, a lot of the times, like, when we, like, if we're going through something, like, if we had to put our money on it, like, eventually, yeah, sure, is it going to get better? I'm sure it would be, but, like, I don't want to hear, oh, it's going to get better. Like, I want to know, like, what do I need to do right now? Fucking what? Get a nice solid gym routine going on. Maybe get a solid routine with a work or like I don't know, like put all my eggs in a basket and like just fucking commit to something. Like give myself some discipline. Maybe not sleep until fucking 1 p.m. You know, wake up a little earlier. Like,
and that all goes back to like I believe in as a man growing up, you have to open up. At some point in time, it's like you said, like bro.
There's one here, by the way. Yeah.
Like as a man, at some point in time, like you have to just open up to some things. Like me personally, I can just speak from my like personal experience. Like I just been through so much damn like trauma just from like
Life.
whole life. Like just like going down the drain. Where if I wasn't feeling confident enough to open up in front of like guys that I hang out with 24/7.
Yeah.
People that I see and I go out and I'm like at my worst, I'm my best with them. And like some men are just too afraid to just own up.
I mean, I feel like if you can't even own up to your boys, like, bro,
You're screwed.
You're fucked.
You're screwed.
You're really fucked. Cause like I think like part of like having a solid guy group is like on top of having guys that are gonna keep you accountable. Like, even if it's like, yo, I'm just going through something and I just need somebody to talk to. Like having those kind of friends like is extremely important for like personal growth because you're not gonna grow alone.
No.
People that are like, oh, be a lone wolf, fucking maneuver. You're not going nowhere by yourself.
I hate this fucking introvert like status. Like
That doesn't make
I
sense.
don't like it. Like I'm negative against that. I hate when people like, oh, I go out with people, but then I want to go home and hang out by myself. I'm like, bro, what's the point of just going out? If you want to be by yourself, then stay by yourself.
Stay by yourself.
Don't come back crying about your emotions and oh, no one fucks with me, no one hangs out with me. But I'm like, you put yourself in that situation, you handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an extrovert. I don't like you see me out. I don't like being like to myself. I like being expressed to myself.
Same.
That's how my personality is. Like, like if I feel comfortable around someone, I will be able, like my boys, I'll be able to open up because at the same time, that's how I heal. Like if I don't open up, if I keep that shit in my heart, I'm like, bro, it's just gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Like, that
and bro,
shit
like
will
at the end
really
of
kill
the
you.
at the end of the day, like we all have our own demons.
Yeah, 100%.
You got shit that you're going through. I got shit I'm going through. He's got shit he's going through. Like we all go through shit. But like when we're all together, like it's a nice like decompression away from like everything where we can just be like, fuck, like this is what life is really about. Like fuck this drama shit. Like hanging out with each other. Even like this shit right now, like sitting here talking shit with each other. Like bonding between each other. Like this shit's important. This shit's important.
Because you take a step away out of like actual real world and look from like a different lens. It's like, yo, bro, like if you got something going on, if you don't feel comfortable, like I was telling Machado and all my boys, if you don't feel comfortable telling me as a boy something, then that's a problem.
We need to have a separate conversation.
Yeah, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be able to communicate on any type of level. Like you said, what's this month? Men's
Mental Health Month.
Like, bro, that should be taken very seriously. Like I believe like a lot of young men growing up are just more questioning their life. Like
Mhm.
we don't really know. What
I mean, bro, think about it. I mean, we're blessed because we're in Miami, so like in Miami, it's a lot more sociable. But like, think about like smaller town places where like it's not as social. Where like the same shit problems that we go through that we're able to talk about with our boys. There's people that don't got that at all, bro, and that's when shit gets weird.
That's when you have social
Motherfuckers
media.
become the Joker, bro. Like,
It's a villain origin story.
yeah, bro.
But then that's when you have a lot of people in the world that's kind of like just don't know what they're doing in life. Some
Yeah.
people are just stuck in the world where they feel like keep everything within themselves, not open up because they're not used to that system. Like imagine someone from let me think of a random place like Yeehaw Junction. A kid in Yeehaw Junction is not gonna go through the same thing I went through in Miami.
No way.
Like he probably has like his cousin that's like people in a small town with 20 people in there. When I live in a town with 2 million people living in there, I can see guys like Machado, see guys like outside of Machado, like all my other friend groups. Like it's different, bro.
Yeah. I mean, bro, so like, speaking of like jokers, bro, I don't know if you guys know this motherfucker, bro. So, do you guys watch TikTok at all?
Yes.
I dabble.
Oh my god, bro. Please, I don't know if you guys know this kid. His name is World of T-Shirts.
Yes,
Joshua Block.
Yes, I know that.
You ever heard of this guy?
I know that kid. New York kid.
Bro, let me tell you something about Joshua Block, bro. Bro, I've been following this kid since like pre-COVID. Bro, so he first started out, he's like some kid that, I don't even know where he was originally from, but like, he has like a little bit of autism, but he's like fucking hilarious to watch. So like, he used to... Bro, so this guy started out doing like fucking coffee reviews, like something super nice, bro. And then he started doing like live streams and like, bro, like he would do like fucking trippy ass shit. And fast forward to who he is now. And now he lives in New York. And he'll sometimes like sleep on the street, sleep in Central Park. And he drinks, bro, day in, day out, Sunday through Sunday from morning to sundown, bro. Like this kid is blacked out all the fucking time. Just running around New York City. And he does these fucking tours where he'll bring people, like for $40, you can walk around town with this motherfucker. Bro, and he's dancing, screaming at people.
I've never heard of this.
I can't believe you've never heard of this guy,
Funniest
bro.
video I ever seen that guy. There's a song it's like a drill song in New York called Naughty Bob. It's like a diss some kid that died. That guy that you were talking about, Josh, whatever, went into the neighborhood, the actual block, took the camera, recording the song, blasting out loud in the middle of the hood. I'm like, yo, you're a one ballsy motherfucker.
I mean, bro, like, if you're really looking at him, you're not going to be like, let's go kick his ass. Like, if you really look at him, you'd be like,
But if you think about it, actually, the song was about a young kid dying by getting stabbed on the busway. He's dancing.
He doesn't know what the fuck it is, though. Yo, he's a crackhead, bro.
Can you imagine,
he's a
bro?
literal menace to society.
But imagine this. Imagine you're sitting in your fucking little bedside apartment. You look out, you see some fucking little kid just dancing to a song like this. You hear the song blasting. You know what the song's about. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro, and he just started doing cameos. You guys know what cameos are?
Yeah, isn't that where you pay? Or?
Yeah, you pay and like the celebrity will say some shit you wanted them to say, bro. And he doesn't know what fucking words mean, bro. So he started saying racist ass shit, bro. And he got fucking canceled hard, bro. I feel bad for him, bro. He needs help. Bro. He's out there in New York just running around screaming at people.
Being a menace.
A fucking menace. Yo, who's the other guy, bro? What's this other guy, bro? Daniel Larson or some crazy shit?
I don't get how he...
Bro, I'm on Tism Talk, bro. I get all of those crackheads, bro. I get all of them, dude.
Surprisingly, I'm not.
I gotta send you my algorithm, bro. Add me on TikTok, bro. I'll start sending you
I'll
vids.
start relating too much.
You TikTok a little bit too, though. Mr. Mimi King, bro.
Oh, you
The
saw
Mimi
that?
man.
Oh, dude, I've seen them all, dude. I've liked all of
Did you
them.
see
All
that?
right, thank you. Very flattering. Now I'll be out, like I told you, like I'll be out sometimes like, oh my god, I started TikTok. I'm like, you did, and I just freak out. So I'm like, once again, I'm like, do people actually see this? But the Mimi movement, definitely one of my best talks. Maybe we collab on Sunday.
I think the greatest. Oh, dude, I'm down for a collab on Sunday. I think the greatest social media moment you've had so far, though, the peak of Anthony Machado on social media was when you made Ellie Klein that live, the infamous Milk live, bro. That was one of the greatest fucking moments.
So pretty much, I think at that point, so I had graduated, worked for about a month, and then like the place our store was, closed, so we were renovating another place. So I was off. I had a lot of off time. Yeah, a lot of free time. I don't know how this, I'll call it, friendship. I'll call it a friendship. Like, she's cool. I'm friends with her. It formed, and one thing turned to another, and then the live stream, and I think I joined, and we started fucking around, and then I don't know how it just turned into this thing that was bigger than life, and then like I'm having random people just commenting, DMing, this and that, following me. I'm like, I don't know who half these people are, and it was just funny. And the worst part is people be like, oh my god, like you're making fun of her, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like me and her are genuinely having a good time. We have conversations behind closed doors, like, oh my god, yeah, this is so much fun, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that's that. And you know what? I think we're overdue for one soon. So
Dude, that'd be.
yeah. So
I remember when you got right before like the big one happened.
the big one.
I didn't know much about you at the time, but I remember people saying like, "Yo, tonight's the night," and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is tonight?"
I hope I didn't disappoint, because for me,
No,
it's
it was
just a regular-
amazing.
for me, it's just a regular Thursday. It's just like, but I think I think you're right, because I even put on like a suit jacket.
Yeah.
So for me, that's
came
all,
ready.
For me, that's all a blur. I even had like a little notepad with questions asked, but no, it's just. The one thing I would say is like just shit like that, like bro, you just gotta have a good time, like mess around, and that the amount of people would be like, oh my god, you're from Live with Ellie Klein. I'm like, first of all, I like the sound of that. And second of all, I'm like, no, that's
Is that good or bad?
yeah. I was like, did you enjoy it? Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah. It's
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's when I saw the like Lego and Squishmallow. I think you showed it off
It's in the
on one of
It was
those.
in the foreground,
Yeah, it was one of those. I remember being like, what is going on?
Is he in his little brother's room? It's like,
And I remember the girls I was hanging out with, like they knew you, and they were like, "No, this is just like your shit." I was like, "Oh shit, fire!" I guess, yeah, dope.
More power to it.
Yeah.
But that was all in all like a fun experience. And back to the TikTok.
That's
Like,
interesting.
like TikTok, I was super for the longest time anti-TikTok, because
So was I.
I was a big Vine guy, and I'm like, oh, TikTok. Blah,
They're
blah,
just trying to do the
cheap
same
and-
shit.
Yeah, and then obviously I fell into it, and like I don't know, it's just funny. Like you said, COVID, like fucked around, started doing it, and then like I would just randomly post some like whatever I was in college or this and that. And I remember one day like one of my talks went like viral, got like 400,000 views. So I'm like, it's just me like dancing or something,
Yeah.
but it's pretty funny. Sorry, I'm about to burp.
No, you're good.
But yeah, TikTok's a funny place, man. I think I've been shadow banned because like, I the last 2 or 3
Not many.
slacking. You know which ones do well? The Zara hauls.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I haven't seen those.
Oh, you're missing out. Is big Zara guy?
I am a big. I just got. I got it right there and there, right now in the closet. I just got a new shirt.
Oh, buddy. When you're not looking, when you're not setting up the equipment, I'm good. What size are you? Large?
Large, bro.
Yeah, I'm taking that. but bro, yeah, Zara, yeah. But
The thing about Zara though, I fucking hate. You wash it. I've learned though, you wash and don't dry it. You let it air dry.
air dry, yes.
Let it air dry and it won't shrink anymore.
Well, another thing I hate about Zara, and like not to Zara rant, but like I'm like a large. Traditionally, I'm a large.
Yeah.
I'll get a large shirt from there, and I'm like, okay, this is like a youth large. Like this is not a adult large.
Yeah.
So I have to go up like a size or 2, and then I'll get like a large, and I'm like, this is like for fucking Shaquille O'Neal. Like it's too. There's no in between. It's
Oversized
either
tees,
too.
man.
So I have to like. That's the thing. I don't buy anything online because it's either really too big or too small. So
I mean, and sometimes like you walk in there and there may be like 3 shirts that are dope and the rest are pretty fucking questionable.
I agree.
Right now, I walked in today and there was like so many shirts that were way too see-through that I'm like, what's going on here, bro? There's like hella holes going on.
I mean.
You know what I mean, bro?
You know what I was gonna say.
Shout out Pride Month, baby. Yes, bro.
But yeah.
I'm just not with the summer fucking. I'm not with the summer vibes that they got going on in there.
Buddy, drink up. You're behind.
You damn slacker.
You shop online a lot though.
Hell no.
I'm a big in-person guy, and I also shop. I mean, I don't know how you guys shop, but I walk in and I just go, grab it, done.
Yeah.
And as someone that works in retail, like seeing all these malls like dying, it sucks because it's like, bro, like I like going in
Even
person.
Sunset's dead,
Sunset's
bro.
dead.
Sunset needs to
I
get
couldn't believe
destroyed.
it. That was a middle school. Like
That was the
fucking
place.
party league, like
That was where fucking life started. Boys became men in Sunset Mall, dude.
I got my first kiss.
Yeah, bro.
No way.
Come on, that was the spot. You
But-
ran into everybody there.
Yeah, but like you said, like it sucks because like I like to go in as much as it inconvenience to go in and you can just tap on your phone to buy. I like to try it on, see how it looks. 'Cause,
Yeah.
bro, it can look dope on the. Okay, no, it can look dope on the guy, but like maybe on you it doesn't fit you. It doesn't fit you well,
Pause.
but. you know, I'm a big in-person shopping guy. Dayland.
You have to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, big Dayland guy. What I don't like about Dayland though is sometimes it's a little fucking facey. Like when you see those people that you know and they're like coming and you're like, please don't fucking look at me. Because it's like, it's the most dumb hi. Like it's like literally like, hi, what are you doing here? What the fuck do you think I'm doing here, bro? Like,
thing
I'll
is-
see you later.
Trying to swoop you, bro.
I think people know I'm like such a socially awkward person. So like they almost see me like, oh yeah, let me not. I just have tunnel vision. They're like, oh my god, I saw you the other day, but you didn't say hi. I'm like, that wasn't me. I just yeah.
No, but shopping, you have to go in the stores.
Yeah, you have to.
I feel like whenever I do like online shopping, I just hate just waiting. That's a problem with me. I just hate waiting for stuff like that. Like I'd rather just go into the store, see what I like, pick it out, try it on. You know what I'm saying, bro? Pointless is every single time. Whenever I order online, it's like I order from H&M. I get like a fucking large T-shirt. Next thing you know, that T-shirt is like what y'all was saying is a fucking small on me. I'm like, alright, bro.
Yeah.
You just wasted your fucking like 5 days of your life waiting for a T-shirt, or you had to return back type shit.
Bro, and I went to Saks today. And I was looking at the fucking,
They have Saks.
they have a Saks, bro. And I'm looking at, they had these dope ass shorts, and I was like, yo, these are nice, but no fucking price tag on it. But I was like, yo, this cannot be more than $60. Can't be more than this. So I was like, fuck it, bro. I go to the cashier with my shit. She goes, and the shirt, whatever, the pants. She gets to the fucking shorts, and it swipes, and it goes up $250. And I go, yo,
So
what the fuck is that?
so I'm not even. So did you buy them or did you put them back?
No, I fucking put that bitch back,
Okay,
bro.
because bro, like even me this past weekend, I was in Vegas and like I was hungover, whatever. I went to a convenience store to get a Gatorade, and I saw this like Hello Kitty keychain. I'm like, all right, it's cute. Like, let me get it, whatever. This yay big. I know. As if you're surprised. If you saw any of the past interview, yeah, you know that's on brand. So
Come on.
pretty much, I get it. She scans it. It was like $20, and I go, nah. I just walked. Didn't even say put it. I go, nah. She goes, I get it, and I just walked. So bro, like I think we gotta normalize it. 'Cause sometimes people go and they're like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like look like a broke boy and put it back? Yes,
you
can't.
Put it
I don't
back.
give a fuck.
Cut your losses. Yes, sorry.
Okay,
hey.
but I will say, one time I went to Lululemon,
Oh yes.
and I wasn't paying attention, bro, because their shit's kind of, but I like their shit.
Oh, good.
Their pants are dope.
Lulu till I die.
Lulu till I died, but I didn't realize how much shit was gonna cost. So I got 2 pair of pants, and it ended up, I didn't think it was gonna be like
$300.
Yeah, it's like 3 something.
Yep.
3 and change. But I'm in my head going, it's probably like, $80 to $100 a pair of pants. And I go and I give the lady the thing, and there's a group of like 3 baddies right behind me, bro. And the lady's like, oh, $350. And I, in that moment, wanted to go just put one back and get one. And I was like,
You're like, that's it? She turns around the tip thing where you put the
Another one.
gratuity. You're like, fuck it. Round up to 4. It's like, I get you.
you have to, bro. Sometimes you have to fucking just bite the bullet, bro.
No, I go there straight to the sale rack. I mean, mind you, the shorts.
Because I think at clothes, like, I'm an idiot. When I go out, especially, like, I'm an idiot. Like, I'll spill shit on, like, sometimes people bump into you, like, I'm not gonna spend $400 on a fucking shirt that's just gonna get Coca-Cola on it in 30 minutes, like.
I used to be like big, the Como de Garçon, this, that. Like now I'm like, bro, you know what? One, I'm gonna like, maybe I get bigger, smaller. I'm not gonna spend all that money on like nice. I'm gonna get nice clothes, but not like those
Yeah.
designer stuff.
It doesn't have to be designer.
And like you said, bro, like, you know, you wear once, twice, and you just want out of rotation.
Exactly.
H&M, Zara, and then fucking Pakistan. That's all I know.
Yo, don't sleep, bro.
And Marshalls.
Abercrombie and Fitch just rebranded.
They're making a comeback.
Yeah,
I-
they got some. Brand new bag of shit, bro.
Jeans gas.
We'll do a haul.
I just got a pair of jeans from them, bro.
It's fire.
Yeah, we'll do a haul.
Do like a Mimi haul.
We'll go get Mimi's on Sunday and then go shopping. We'll
In
splurge.
Dayland, we gotta stop by the Lego stores first. I'll clear that bitch out.
I'll buy my first set, bro. If we go, I'll buy my first set.
We can build it together.
I'm down.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. So what, you went to Vegas? How was Vegas? Because when I went to Vegas, I fucking got shit on by the casinos.
The only times I've been like 4 or 5 times. Every time I've been, it's either been for like, it's all been work related. So either jewelry shows, which they have the biggest jewelry shows in the whole world. Like it's the biggest one of the year. Like people coming from all across the world, Hong Kong, whatever, everywhere. And then for Pro Bowl for the NFL. So I've never been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems so random.
Remember the Raiders are.
I've never,
Vegas.
well, but still, like I've never been there where.
What do you mean? I thought the Pro Bowl was in Honolulu or whatever.
So
No, they
they
changed
did
it.
that up until maybe my freshman year of college. No,
It's not in Hawaii anymore?
My junior year of high school is where they changed it because I remember it was in Arizona and that was the first time.
No way.
That was the first time I ever flew by myself. My parents were like, "Hey," because my dad was in Arizona for like 2 weeks because Pro Bowl and Super Bowl he goes every year, you know, for business purposes.
Yeah.
So I remember flying whatever. So not that like 2 years ago I was in Vegas whatever. So I'm always there for business, you know, which is cool. So you can't get like too crazy. But
Yeah.
no, this weekend was fun, bro. I mean, I got in Friday night, Saturday did the show. It's like we talked about, work hard, play hard.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the show at 9, left around 3 or 4, and then I was like, bro, the Panthers were playing the Stanley Cup. I'm like, bro, you know what? The last time they did the Stanley Cup was '96. I wasn't even born. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not even a big hockey guy. Whatever it costs, let's do it. $600, $700, $800, let's go. Whatever we're gonna spend there, it's like we're gonna spend on the table.
Yeah,
like,
no matter what.
Went, had a great time, amazing experience. Once again, like I said, the whole weekend was fun, but Vegas is a good place. I want to go eventually, just for pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun when you guys for pleasure. I mean, I've only gone once and it was for pleasure, but
especially like
get
this,
rocked.
especially this time. Like all the other times have been like with my parents or my dad. So like, I've kind of been on autopilot. Like, hey, we have an adult here. Like, So this time it was me and my brother, and I'm like, all right, fuck. Like, I gotta be the adult for once in my life. So I have to check in our flights, our itinerary. Hey, we gotta get to setting the alarm. So, you know, in the back of your mind, you want to let loose, but at the same time, like, okay, we have shit to take care of.
Yeah, we gotta be an adult first.
Because then, like, you don't want your parents to be like, oh, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, we're sending you there for business, and you're here jerking off. Bro.
Blacked out on the blackjack table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, they ram you in there, bro. So, like, I didn't know the Vegas casinos, they have this thing where they pump in the AC, they pump them with pure oxygen.
Yep.
And pure oxygen keeps you awake.
Get you amped.
Amped. And there's also no sunlight, so you have no way to tell time in there.
No windows, clocks.
Nothing. So I remember, like, I went with Bowie. And me and Bowie came back from the club. It was probably like 2, 3 in the morning. Whatever, we were sitting on the blackjack table. And, like, I was actually running hot that night. I like, started with, like, $100. I ended up cashing out for, like, maybe $1,200, $1,300. And they're bringing you drinks. It's fucking crazy,
free.
whatever. Yeah, for free. And, like, I remember I cashed out, and we walk outside, and it's broad daylight. And it's, like, 12 p.m. in the afternoon. And we haven't fucking slept. And we're, like, not even tired. We got tired, like, on the Uber ride back home. Like, that's when we were like, oh, fuck, we are a little tired. Like,
crazy place.
but in there, I could have stayed in there forever. I thought we were leaving, like, it had been, like, an hour or two, tops.
Black hole.
It's a fucking black hole,
It's a
bro.
black hole.
And then people get around you and everyone celebrate. Bro, it's like a fucking party in itself.
Get amped up, you know?
You see a lot of famous people there, too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who I've seen. At the Hard Rock, I saw Dennis Rodman there. Like, I'm trying to think who else I've seen, but...
At the Hard Rock in
here.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, what's up, man?
I saw Little Baby once in
Yeah.
the Hard Rock here. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say hi to him, but I saw him.
better.
Yeah. I don't know. So, bro, I'm kind of like a bitch to say hi to celebrities sometimes. Not that I'm a bitch. I just don't want to bother them. I feel like I'm being a nuisance.
So I feel that. But the more I met them, the more I'm like, okay, I'm not saying what's the worst they can say. It's like, no. But that's pretty much a reality situation.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If you ever think you're being annoying, there's someone out there who's 10 times more annoying.
For sure.
Coming up there with the phone. So, like I said, like, there's just... And a lot of the times, because I've been exposed in those situations, bro, they're going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever, if you catch them at the right time. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, because I'm kind of like...
Because sometimes they're just like chilling. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, you don't know or give a fuck who I am. But can I take a picture with you?
It's like, hey, you don't know me? I know exactly who you are. Do this right now. But yeah.
I saw your movie 2 weeks ago or whatever the fuck, bro. Nice dunk. Like, let me take a... Can't. I just don't have it in me. I don't have it in me.
No, but it depends on who you see. Like, I think we celebrated Machado, boy Andrew Castillo's birthday at, what was it, Vendome?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went to Vendome, and apparently Lil Pump was performing that same night. So all I remember was, bro...
When was this?
This was like, what, last year? Was this
Dude, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I was 23.
Is it, no, this is 23.
We're in 23, right?
No, I turned 23. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So it was, like,
I was about to be like, yo, am I?
it was a year ago. It was a year ago.
Year ago.
Yeah, so a year ago, bro, we're just chilling, whatever, and then next you know, like, obviously Lil Pump gets on stage. Bro, he comes on stage for like 20 minutes? Like, he performed 2 songs.
15 minutes.
Like 2 songs, and he just dipped. Just 2 songs, got off the stage, ran off, whatever.
I mean, he's only got like 2.
Each song's like 3 minutes long, like 2 minutes
He
long.
came out with Gucci Gang, and then
Yeah.
that song with him and Bad Bunny, and
Got
that
it.
was it.
Yeah.
Remind you,
He's running off the stage, and then all of a sudden I see him like, yo, what's good, Lil Pump? He daps me up, and one of my boys is right next to
It
me.
was Michael. He goes, what's up?
He goes-
Well, I can't say it. 'Cause you can't say it either. You're
Yo,
demonetized.
so I go up to my dap and bump, and then like, Castillo goes like, "What's up?" to him. He just goes like this and just kept walking away. And I was like, bro, like, that's a kind of dick. But then like, bro, when you see like Lil Pump, like a guy like that will walk up to you, not say a word to you. Like I met from like JC Pierre-Paul, the guy that lost his fingers.
Yeah, JPP.
Bro, that guy was the most down to
Yeah?
earth.
Oh, bro, he's like
The man.
Come to Thanksgiving. I guess probably like when I told you the story about Drake, like the NFL client we have, his boy who's the promoter.
Yeah.
That was the guy. Like I'm talking about, like came over for Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve. He
Graduation
came to my
party.
graduation party for college.
Really?
It was
Bro,
funny,
that's
bro.
hype.
Bro, it was like
sick. Him, I
he
flew on his
pulled,
private. Like, yeah, I flew on his private jet. He's like, hey, the Bucks game, blah blah. blah. I flew on his private jet, and I remember it was the last game of the season. They win, blah, blah. He goes, hey, yeah, man, we're approaching the playoffs. We're gonna win this shit. And I'm like, all right, asshole. Like, now you I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, bro, you're gonna win it. And then, sure enough, they won the Super Bowl. I'm like, all right, you know, I suck. But yeah, and like, it's funny. One time he came, I mean, totally off topic. He came by the store. We're cleaning his stuff because we've done all of his stuff. And he's like, damn, where's my Super Bowl ring? I'm like, huh? I'm like, that would be, to me, my prized possession. And like, it was like somewhere in this most obscure place. Like, oh yeah, can you clean it for me? And like, I take it to clean. I'm just fucking with it. Like, looking at it, I'm like, whoa, a Super Bowl ring. It's pretty dope. But so the thing I've noticed is like, not necessarily him, but I've had other clients. It's funny, like, they're just like big kids.
Yeah.
Like, I had this Dolphins player. My mom was talking to him. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, you have a game in Buffalo. Like, are you excited? He's like, oh, it's going to be so cold, you know? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, last week we were in San Diego or L.A. for the
Yeah.
Chargers game. It was so cold. I didn't pack a sweater. It was a lineman. I'm like, bro, you're a big-ass 6 foot.
You're
I'm
a
like,
grizzly bear, bro.
it's just funny because, like, bro, you talk to these people, and then that's, like, another thing that helps you, like, not get nervous in
Yeah.
a sense. Because, bro, they're just like me and you. They put their pants on the same way. They're humans, you know?
Bro, you know
it's-
who ruined it for me?
Who?
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis ruined it for me. You guys remember? You know who Ray Lewis is?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Bro, Ray Lewis when I was
a turnover
like,
chain over here.
dude, Ray Lewis when I was like 7 or 8 years old, bro. Cheesecake Factory in Dayland Mall. He was eating there, bro. And I fucking saw him, and nobody in my family knew who Ray Lewis was because I was the only sports fanatic. And I was like, dude, give me the phone, like I'm gonna go take a picture. And I go up to him, and I went to go take a picture, bro. And I'm like a kid, dude. And I was like, Ray Lewis, can I please take a picture? He was like, I remember he looked at me and he goes, no. And I remember just being like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck myself. Like, I'm so sorry.
Like, I can't get away with that now. Like, sometimes I'll be on a place with my dad, and we'll see a player, like, oh, go ask for a picture. I go, listen, this would have worked like maybe 15 years ago. Now I'm like, you know,
Grown man.
it's like, hey, my son wants to take a picture with you. Yeah, it's like, all right, asshole. Like, yeah, I worked a while ago, but I don't know. You never know. Like, there's some guys I know who are super cool with that. Like,
Yeah.
they'll come to our store, and when they're leaving, like the average customer see them, oh, can I take a picture with you? Cool. And there's some people who are like, no, fuck off. I'm gone. I'm like, hey, respect.
Yeah.
You do you.
To each their own, bro. I guess they're all a little different.
Yeah, like I remember when I met Kodak one time was when he was like back in like 2017.
Oh,
Which
peak.
like, bro, when he was like young, peak,
Peak, bro. No
whatever.
flocking, bro. Come on now.
So
that was
funny.
like the Florida national anthem for like
It
5
was.
years.
You couldn't go to any house party not hear no flocking.
No
one time,
flocking was
bro.
playing,
Like,
bro.
yeah.
That was just as big as Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill.
So bro, when I met him, I was like, bro, he's a kid. At the time, I was like, he's the same age as me. I'm like,
Yeah.
and he was talking to me, whatever, but I couldn't like actually like fathom like, yo, this Kodak Black in front of me type shit. Like, he's like with his fucking boys, all this shit, this and that, and I'm like standing there with my boys. He's like a rapper, whatever. He was like doing music with his brother, and I'm just chilling at his crib and fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, at one moment, I'm like, he was like a dude, like chilling out, hanging out. We was drinking, we was like they were smoking, whatever. And I was like, damn, like he's down to earth. But like sometimes you hear like some people you meet on the street like, yo, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from my face. Like they'll walk up to you like, yo, what's good, man? Yo, get the fuck out of my face. Like it comes with just being a celebrity type.
I mean,
stuff.
bro, dude, I said this story, bro. Maybe like two or 3 months ago. So like the office that we have like an office space as well. It's in Brickell, and I went downstairs to get lunch. There's like a Subway down there, and it's right in front of the Heat Stadium. So whenever I'm walking, bro, and fucking Duncan Robinson is walking, and he's walking in the direction that I'm walking to get into the subway. So I'm like, yo, what's up, Duncan? Whatever. I dapped him up real quick. He's like, what's up? Whatever. He kept walking. I go to open up Subway, and some dude that's across the street he yells, he's like, yo, Duncan. And I remember I'm about to walk in, and I was like, oh, like, what's he about to say? And Duncan turns around and he goes, you fucking suck. We should have never paid you $90 million. And I was like, holy fuck, bro. Like, some people are fucking dicks,
People
bro.
are too comfortable. Like, have you ever seen those videos where like people talk shit to like the athlete and then they're like, yeah, what'd you say? They'll come.
Oh, yeah, they'll come out, yeah.
Silent. And like, bro, you kind of lose like touch because like imagine like you say,
You
oh,
do.
fuck you, this and that. And it's like, yo, you're going to take offense to that. So imagine you're a multi-million-dollar athlete, celebrity, and you're like, who's this schmuck saying this to me? Like,
Facts.
So I get it. I
mean, bro, it comes from like the Call of Duty lobbies, bro.
Yeah.
When we were younger, bro. Like,
Yo.
you're just talking shit, dude. If those lobbies get leaked, we're all fucked. We're all fucked.
Yeah. especially the ones during COVID, bro.
Dude.
Bro, we used to religiously, me, Mike, like a group of 6 of us. I swear to God, like from like
Search and destroy. that's all we
morning
used
to
do.
night,
Same,
search and
dude.
destroy.
Oh my gosh.
We would on search and destroy in gunfights.
Oh,
Bro,
Turn them in gunfights.
I remember one day because like my room was in my old house. My room was here. My sister's room was here. And like, I don't know. I guess I was just talking shit all day. And one day she just burst in my room and just like she just starts yelling all this shit. Like, oh, you keep saying, I'm not going to repeat what I said. But she's like, you keep saying this and that. I'm like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, that's all. So then I had to whisper, which didn't hit the same, you know.
It doesn't hit the same. The shit talk doesn't hit the same when I whisper.
You just brought back a memory.
He used to have one quote he's always say was, yo, get shit on. Like, every.
Shit on.
Like at one point, like it'd be like I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard for once in the game, and then they're like, "You suck." I go, "One v, bro." And one of my boys goes, and who was probably like Call of Duty was his religion. He's like,
He's a god
if
at
you
it.
beat me, like I'll never play again. I go, bet. And I'm probably like here, like it's COVID. I probably had like 5 beers. I'm like, all right, let's play. And I just start shitting on him. And randomly about 20, he's like, oh, yo, I gotta go, bro. And just leaves. And I'm like, part of me, like, I want to be like, oh, but it was just, I don't know, Call of Duty. I miss those days. I miss
do
those
miss
days.
those days.
Let's go with this
What-
with gas.
Not even like those days a couple years ago. I'm talking about
The
like,
little kid days.
when you're 12, 13,
100%.
hopping on Halo 3. Like, one day you guys hopped on and say, hey, I'll see you later. And never
And
hopped
never
on.
came back.
I know it's cliche, but it's like, bro, those are like the most wholesome moments. So when
Yeah.
girls are always like, oh, when he plays video games, I'm like, bro, that was such a staple of like
My
Like,
childhood.
Yeah.
our childhood, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
everyone
I still play from time to time though. I still play like sports
don't,
games like
bro.
FIFA, Madden,
I
2K.
can't.
I'll rip those.
I can't.
Oh, me
Bro, I
and
just
Mike.
can't, bro. I can't. Like, bro, I remember, like, you saying that now. I was like, I don't have time in for it, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I always rip it like late night, end of my
Yeah,
day.
it's
Like
like,
if
I
I
don't
got some
have
free
the
time, I'll rip
enjoyment.
it.
Decompress, but
Yeah,
me,
like a decompress.
Me and
Some people
Mike-
smoke before bed. I like a little.
me and
FIFA.
Mike, like high school. I want to say it's formed our bond and also like a rivalry. Bro, he would come over every day after summer workouts, play Madden, and I would shit on him. I'm talking about, don't even talk.
Here we go.
Shit on
Here
him.
we
like,
absolutely
like,
go, bro.
bad. And then like out of every 10 games, I remember I kept a tally. I was a sick fuck in my notes app, like how many times I beat him.
You're such an
And
asshole.
he would,
No,
terrible.
like,
Such an
I
asshole.
remember
Bro,
one
the shit
time.
used to be so bad. Like, I remember one time, like, his,
Bro, no,
like,
bad.
I think his,
Bad.
Cecilia, when his, like, May walked in or whatever, and then you just see,
Not me.
you just see Machado. Bro, me and Machado were going at it at one point, and then I remember she just walks in, seeing me and Machado screaming at each other. But then,
It's like it's a race war. She didn't speak English. It's like,
it's like 35-28. Like, I have ball with 20 seconds left in the game, and I'm like,
I'm playing
all I hear is,
two-man
get shit
under.
on, get shit on, get shit on, get shit on.
she didn't know. Yeah, but
So I got to a point where it's
I punched a hole in my wall. One
Yeah.
time.
No, you
I,
didn't.
yeah, I remember. I think I would religiously fuck up Mike. I'm talking about 28-0, and there'd be days where he wins. So like, I'm like, oh my god, like smashing. I'm not really like an aggressive guy. I really
Dude, but
don't
no,
really
video
have-
games will smack it out of you, bro. Sometimes.
It was back to back to back. I remember the fucking. I had to like. It was like a one game when I scored like the game winning touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing you know, this kid just turns around, and punches the wall. He has like a picture on his wall. He just takes it, just put it
So I
on.
go, holy fuck, how many? So I go, hold on, I post this on my wall. I just lowered it. I go, we're good. That bought me some time. And then one day my mom's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I didn't want to tell you, I don't want to freak you out, but like I kind of fainted and like fell into
But it's like
True
crazy.
story, I go.
It's crazy because how me and Machado became boys was just in that same type of like competitive environment. Like
Yeah.
the way we met. So I'll tell you the story. So the way we met, like I said, we're both aspiring D1 athletes. We're in 8th grade. We're in 8th grade, so we go to play flag
Yeah,
football,
why?
as every kid does. And I don't know how I never heard of this league. It was the shittiest league ever, and I loved it
Sports.
because I was the best ever. That's me, a little white dude dominating the sport of football, unheard of. So we get there, we're shitting on the competition. We're like 8-0, and then we go against Mike's team. And I'm like, all right, something's not like the rest because it's like a bunch of little. I'm like, all right. I'm like, what? I'm like,
he's not lying. He's not lying.
I thought this was an I-9 league, not the. I won't get into it. I'm at like the ripe age of like 13 going into high school. I'm like, oh. So of course I was the best player on the team. Like, all right, you're covering this guy. I'm like, do I have safety help? I'm like, long story short, we beat him, but Mike was like the backbone of that team. So our coach at the time was like the high school varsity football coach. I guess he was like grooming us, or that's something. He was training us for when we got to high school.
Come on, man.
So after the game, Mike just fucking killed it. So he's like, yo, so Mike was going to go to Gulliver. Well, he's looking to go to Southridge.
He's still ignoring the part how we met. This kid was legit. He's a DB, I'm at receiver. The parents' sideline was on this side, and mind you, it's on Palmetto Bay Park, the one off US 1 next to the urgent care. Whatever.
Got it.
So it's 3 fields. So all the parents are to the left-hand side. Me and Machado are lined up on the left-hand side. I'm like in my position ready. This kid comes up to me. He goes, "Hey man, what's up, man? My name's Anthony Machado."
I had to get him on my side, man.
I was sitting there like, what the fuck's going on? My mom was like, "Mike, what the hell are you talking?" I'm like, "Bro, I have no idea what's going on." Machado going like, "Yo, so what school you go to?" I'm like, "Bro, we're about to play each other."
Mental games. Don't ball me, man, bro. Come on, we're boys. Long story short, we battled.
Don't bomb me, we're boys.
Long story short, we had a great game. I whooped his fucking ass.
He did not win. No, so.
We won. We won. I don't know.
Yeah.
You had a good game.
Yeah, Mr. French.
Long story short, somehow kind of like figured it out. Mike ends up coming to the school in the summer for summer workouts. And when I tell you, like, it's been like from one opposite to the end, because like Mike was like, would never talk. And me, I'm like, I talk all the time. So I had to like ease my way into it, talk, blah, blah, blah. So over the course of a whole summer, I like managed to like befriend him. So I'm like, all right, I got him on my side. And then like, I don't know if you know what Warrior Week is. But
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like where you do the retreat. So like me and Mike are boys, but then we're going to Warrior Week. So it's like, okay, my other boys, and then so it's like, how do I like introduce him to Mike? So we have like a 14-hour bus ride. I'm like, all right, Mike, like sit next to me. You don't know anyone. Like we have a good time, and it's just so fun to see where like Mike came just in the Westminster aspect, from like not knowing anyone, just being the quiet kid, to like being this extroverted, funny guy in Westminster, and then seeing it translate to FSU. Same thing, like, hey, is my boy Mike? Well, you got yourself a bit. I didn't get you a bit. You're the man. You're the best to ever do it. But then he gave there, and it was like, it wasn't like, hey, it's my friend Mike. It's like Mike's his own.
Mike
person.
is Mike.
Mike is Mike. Mike's the
is
man.
Mike.
Mike shits on me, bro. So I should have never been your friend in I-9.
It's funny because like how we met, which is on the competitive standpoint. So it's just that like whenever, honestly, like I love this kid to death. Like, whoa, if you ever see me and Machado actually like go at it gets really bad. Like we
But like, man, that's like best friend shit. Like,
yeah.
It's not gonna get fucking physical, but we're gonna talk about
maybe.
I mean, like a little bit, but we're not gonna fucking,
We're gonna say the most like
Yeah.
down like
Yeah.
like to the bottom of the
Yeah.
core stuff to us. But next thing you know, like he would, like I
Snap
would call
out.
him, he would call me. He was like,
Hey, I didn't mean
bro.
it.
I love you too, bro.
He's like, hey, I didn't mean any of that. Hang on. I'm not trying to get canceled, bro. I didn't mean all that. I know these Microsoft lobbies are I was like, I didn't mean any of that.
I'm sorry, bro. That shit hurt my stomach. Right
I mean, I
now.
feel like that's normal, especially between best friends. I mean, like
Yeah,
me and
bro.
Bowie have gotten into fights where like it seems like we're gonna scrap in front of everybody, and like the next day we're just like, if nothing happens,
So
yo,
kissing
you're good,
you.
I'm good.
Nah,
Like,
bro, we-
I love you, bro.
No, but it's like that. It's like, so for instance, there's certain times where like
Like we will, for instance, like I cannot talk to Machado for an entire week, and I still like, bro,
Pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up. Like
Pick
nothing.
it up where you left off, yeah.
Because we know we have our different schedules. I'm working like
Yeah.
I'm working like nonstop, so my phone is.
I mean, we're not
constantly-
12 years old anymore. We
Yeah,
got lives.
it's not
That's the
same.
biggest thing I tell people is like, you know, everyone has their own life. You know, you're doing, you know, work isn't an excuse. Like, oh, you know, I'm busy, but like everyone's working. But yeah, you really have to make an effort because, bro, weeks, months, years will pass by. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, you know, I haven't spoken to this guy in so long, and like, you know, it's all about effort, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy to like, you have X amount of time dedicated to work, then you have your me time and then significant other, and it's like, bro, if you don't make that effort to like be friends or like have that outing, like. The biggest thing I love about our friend group is every Wednesday, religiously, we go to Flanagan's. Win Wednesday. Like, bro, little midweek break, go drink,
Yeah.
and like shoot the shit. And like, you know, because if you don't have that,
It's good for each other.
then
Lose
you, have,
morale.
then you have your wife and your kids, and they suck and they take up all your time. But now's the time. Like, you're 24 years old. Now's the time. Like, fuck it, bro. Like, not even like the whole be carefree. It's like, bro, now is the time. Like, we can hang out because there's no responsibility in a sense.
Yeah.
To a degree.
I mean, like, we're still working, but, like, we have enough time to, like, for each other.
bro, we're 24.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
I
we don't
tell-
gotta go pick up our kids after school.
No.
And our fucking wife is bitching at us, so we haven't done date night in 2 weeks. So
The
like,
mortgages due.
Yeah,
The fucking
yeah.
kids switching. It's like, bro, there's shit. Like, now my biggest worry is like, fuck, bro, we dropped how much at this point?
Yeah.
It's like, Uber, I didn't split the Uber. It's like, it's
Oh,
bullshit.
Mr. Classic over here, bro.
Don't even get me started. Change the topic. Next question.
No, but yeah, it's like that's one thing I'm proud about. Like the group now I'm with right now. Like these guys I hang out with on the daily. It's like, bro, we honestly have a group chat, and my biggest thing is like, yo, at least like say something, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Come on, get the juices flowing.
Like you gotta say
They're flowing.
something,
They're
bro.
flowing.
Like I love that. I love that about my boys. Like we can always interact with each other. Like I probably won't see him for like a whole week, but then I know I'm trying to make my hardest to like, yo, damn, pause. I'm gonna try the hardest to see my boy once. I can't. Don't say that.
Responsive?
Yeah, 818, bro. The Kardashians just sponsored us.
A18, Modelo. These are actually better than the big ones. They're like, actually, some say the perfect size. you know?
Modelitos, bro.
Yeah, the perfect size. The big. These are just like too big.
These are
like,
way too big.
yeah, like,
These are way too
Yeah.
big. These are far more enjoyable.
yeah, like you
Far
can just
more.
get these for like
You can get these down.
one after another. Yeah, this is.
not
Let's get
liking
these.
this
Let's get these out the shop. Bro. This is more.
This is fucking okay.
It's not about the size, it's about the impact.
Okay, look. We do. Well, not we.
Yeah, French.
Yeah, that's more of a us thing. Man.
Oh. Yeah, bro. The great sweatpants came on tonight, bro.
You wore in blue today, bro. I was kind of annoyed.
Oh my god, this is so good. I like this shit.
Get ready for the next question. Yes.
I mean, bro, I've been fucking shitting out questions all day. Damn. I mean, you guys got any fucking things?
Tell me about your day.
Yeah, how was your day, bro? You're asking this question.
Tell me about your life. Actually, you know what? Like, fuck it. We're taking this shit over. We're all cap, no cap, whatever. Hey, we're rebranding. So, tell me about your business. What's your scheme? What's
Which business? This one?
Holy shit! This guy's got. What's business? This guy's got
The podcast? The podcast one?
The solar one.
All right,
Obviously, you're thriving.
So solar, I started up. It's been like a year already. It's coming up on a year now. It was kind of just like right place, right time. The guy who refinanced this house, he was some young kid. He was like 26, 27 at the time, and he used to chill here a lot. And whatever, like we became like a little bit like not boys, but like solid acquaintances. And then whatever, like a year went by, and I ran into him out one day, and we were just chopping it up with each other, like at the bar, talking it up. And he was doing like mortgage lending at the time. And I was like, yo, like, I've been looking into mortgage lending. I just got my license. Like, and he worked at like a really fucking prestigious one. So I was like, fuck. And he hooked me up with an interview. So I sat with him, and I sat with the owner of the branch. And whatever, we did our interview, it went great. And then they kept me a little longer, and they kept talking shit with me. And then like right before I was about to leave, they were like, yo, honestly, fuck this mortgage lending shit. Like, we're doing like this solar thing. You seem like a kid that knows sales. You seem like you know what you're doing. Like, hop in it with us, and like if you do well, we'll give you like X percentage of the business if it goes great. So like it's been going well. It's been obviously like as any startup, it starts small, but we've been growing. We were in Florida, just Florida for like the first like 4 months, and we just moved out to 26 different states, like as of like 3 months ago. And I used to do more of like the sales aspect of it, but now we have guys that do it for us. So now I just more like train, like if salesmen start fucking up or they don't know what to say for certain things, like that's more my job or role for it. And like on top of that, like just like facilitating like certain deals or like companies to work with. Like I just got like this new like they're a house remodeling like company, and they'll like let's say they fix your windows, they'll be like, oh, I got a roof guy, and here's my roof guy. Oh, I got a door guy. Oh, I got a solar guy. And like now they're gonna link up with us. Now we just closed the deal today. That's one business.
That's Mr. Cheese.
And then podcasting has just been some fucking shit where I was just like, yo, like I got funny friends, I got funny people around me. I think this would be funny, even if like this shit goes nowhere. Like in 10 years, we'll all watch this video back. We'll be like, look how fucking, look how crazy. You're gonna look at yourself and be like, I gotta shave my balls for this. Like,
The digital footprint, bro. It's been. I'm too far gone, bro. It's too. My kids will be like, Dad. I'm like, yeah, just deal with it. Yeah. That's me. What's up? I'm just trying. Like, not even trying to defend this. What's up? Yeah, you gonna fuck with me?
like one day our kids are gonna watch this fucking thing.
But for anyone watching, bro, this whole setup, you can't even appreciate it. It's fucking world class, bro.
Dude,
this
I
is
appreciate
like some
it.
Joe Rogan shit. Bro. I walked in, I was expecting to be like, just like, bro, this is sick.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I mean, I put a little bit of effort into it. I do the whole editing bullshit for it. It took me a while, but I've been enjoying it so far. I've gotten a chance to talk to some people, and like even us, like right now, like this has been the longest we've ever talked. I fucking love you guys, bro. This has been fucking awesome.
It reminds me of the Keats, bro. We're all just chilling out in the couch.
Right place, look, another place, bro. Right place, right time, bro. And I don't even know. Did I put on the fucking podcast or somebody else put it on?
You did. Wait. I think you might have, and then you're like, "Oh, yo, would you guys want to be on?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" And then you DM me. Like,
But I remember, I thought you were joking, and I was like, "I'm gonna give it a few days."
no, then you followed up, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah," you know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be like, yeah, like that guy would be like, "Yeah, I want to be on." Like, I don't know. I was like, "Hey, if he meant it, for sure, let's do it."
Yeah.
Here we are.
And here we fucking are. Dude.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. Cheers to that, bud. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Bro, we're going on like a solid 2 hours now.
Damn.
We've been chatting.
Yeah, time flies.
You guys want to lead off on any closing statements? You got anything you want to tell the people?
March 12th.
March 12th?
2023.
That's your 2024.
No, 2023. It was
We're
March
in
12th.
June.
I'm gonna take you back to a story. March
Oh,
12th.
go for it.
Yeah, March 12th,
It's your
2023. All right.
What are you doing on your birthday?
So I went to Orlando to watch the Magic. I'm a Magic fan, whatever. I saw the Magic versus Heat on Saturday. Came back Sunday for my birthday. Called the boys. Hey, let's go. Let's have brunch. Let's get Mimi's. Let's do it. This man sets it up. We go a place. We go to I think what was it? Wynwood. We go to somewhere in Wynwood. What was it
Le
called?
Chick.
Yeah, we went to Le Chick. So we had to set up. So remind you, I just drove in from Orlando that morning, and I went to my crib, showered, changed, went straight out, went to Machado's crib.
Real quick, the day prior was another one of our, Mike
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It was another one of our boys' birthday. So we went to Aoki in the falls. Disneyland. And bro, we're just there's a bunch of shit that happened, but that's not important.
We're not gonna talk
Just
about
ripping
that.
sake bombs, drinking beer, whatever. In Dayland. The next day, like a lot of us were hungover from fucking Aoki in the mall. So I just set the tempo for the next day. So continue.
Yeah, so then, all right, so I'm pulling up, whatever. I'm like, these guys are already hungover. That's why I love these guys. They're hungover. We're all fucked up at that point. We're drinking at Machado's. We go to the chick. Bro, we're just killing Mimi's. Just boom, 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 boom. So you say, all right, fuck this place. It's like walking around. We walked around. Where did we go to? Like Billionaires Boys Club, whatever.
We had no business.
Yeah, we just wandered around Wynwood, and then we went to like Bottle Blonde, and then next thing you know, from Bottle Blonde, everything just went completely black. Like everyone goes, all right, bro, like I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Yo, happy birthday, Mike. This, that. So then, I can't keep a straight face. So me and Machado, and
It wasn't just me and you. There was other people.
So it was me with Chano and 2 other guys, our boys.
Michael Castillo and his little brother. So tell them, say their names.
I didn't want that name drop this last thing. So we called Uber back to Machano's because we were like, yo, fuck this shit, bro. Like, I had the best birthday, bro. All my boys came out, this and that. And then, like, we were just chilling in the...
No, go. Keep going.
I can't.
So long story short,
I can't keep going,
Mike
bro.
calls it. Go say it. I don't
No,
want to
go and
say
say it,
Okay,
bro.
fine. So we call the Uber home. All right, whatever. It's just half the group left. Whatever, they're tired. We're gonna go home. So it's like 4 of us. We're like, all right, we'll go home, regroup, maybe drink. We go home. We get in the Uber. Oh, it's a woman driver. So it's like, all right, whatever, cool. I don't know what the fuck possesses Mike. Don't even blame it on me. Or I'm not gonna pin it on either one of us. It may be one of the other ones. Just start spewing her up. Our Uber driver. She was probably the best way I can describe it. Was like a 40-something-year-old
50, bro.
Hispanic woman.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
6.
What about with the Mimis?
Oh.
Mike was ready to fuck it. Mike had one meeting. Like, fuck. It was his birthday. She walked.
Bro, I had the fucking shades on
So-
with my cap just sitting
So we're there. I don't know if I said something, probably not, or someone else. We somehow just start talking. They're like, hey, what are you doing after? Blah blah. Long story short, this lady drops off. We somehow convince her. Yeah, come inside, have a few drinks. We fully invite this Uber driver inside. Fucking start ripping shots, drinking, having fun. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. My parents are out of town. I'm like, all right, whatever, open crib. And then it's Mike's birthday, yeah. So Mike starts laying down. She just starts dancing. I'm like, what's going on? Takes off her top. I'm just like, I'm gonna go hang out my squish mat. It was just fucking nuts. I'm like, I don't know why I even brought this up, but yeah, it's just an average Saturday for a Sunday fun. Now I look about it, but just starts giving Mike a lap dance. Mike starts slapping shit around. I'm just like, bro, what's going on? Like this lady needs to leave. At one point, I don't know how it ends. I'm like, hey, you should go. And then. Yeah, that was Mike's birthday, bro.
And
And then she just disappeared. You never heard from her again. She went and picked up another guy.
She went over. She drank a lot too. She was drinking shots. I go, bro, is this motherfucker like goes to do an Uber drive and caught you with DUI? She'd be like, man, sir, was she drinking at your house? I'm like, I don't even fucking know this.
So the worst thing, bro, we're so fucked up. I looked at Machado, I was like, yo, you wanna go to Blacksburg right now?
We've been drinking since like 2. It's like 11 o'clock, bro. Profusely drinking. And Mike,
So we call Uber to Blackbird, and then this
Who the fuck's at Blackbird?
No one.
No one.
Oh, you guys just went.
It's a Sunday night, 11 p.m. Who do you think?
Nobody.
Us.
Yeah, you guys.
There's a crowd. Yeah, you don't want to be there.
So, bro, we pulled up the Blackbird, there's no one in there. I'm just standing there like, what the fuck am I doing? All I see is kids drinking a beer. I'm like, bro, how the fuck do you buy a beer? Next thing you know, I just hear like the bartender go like, yo, get him out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Snuck a beer in my pants. But yeah, at that point we played bottomless. Doritos Boys Club, bottom up. Like, fuck, dude. I know you just got your new car, you work at Lennar, but fuck. Balling on the budget, so I don't even know why you brought it up, but yeah, we had a good time. I got in trouble with my girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
I got in trouble, so. Yeah. But closing statements, I mean, fuck, for everyone watching this, man, I hope you had a great time.
Fuck yeah.
I hope whenever you see me out, it's no longer. I know you're from LA Climb. It's like, hey man, I know you're from the podcast.
It's
Hopefully
switched up. You know me from the podcast.
Yeah, wholesome guy, bro. The Legos, the squishies, man. Hope it doesn't scare you away, man. So,
Awesome, bro.
But-
Fucking one more?
thank you for having us, man.
Yeah,
Fuck
Appreciate
yeah,
it,
bro.
man.
I appreciate you
Cheers.
boys coming on.
boys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Appreciate your time. All Cap episode 6. Thank you guys for fucking watching.
Drop that subscribe button, violate that like button, and drop a comment. What the fuck is up, YouTube?
Thank you guys for coming. Peace out.